morning. Hello, everybody. Oh, so nice to see you guys. I miss you guys so much. Oh, 4 days off, right? Aren't we all relaxed and
yes.
Feel good? Look.
Feel great.
10 phalanges.
Everybody's got their
10 fingers.
Well, Rafe's not here. He couldn't get a flight out of, where is he?
Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach, you know.
Poor guy.
You know, I got to say something about him.
Yes.
I looked at his schedule with Greg Warren because I was like, why is his ass not going to be here on Monday? And he was like, yeah, I got a show on Sunday. I looked it up. He didn't have a show last night.
Oh, he's lying to
at least
you?
what I saw. No, I didn't. He didn't. I didn't talk
it was
to
a
him.
super secret special show
Lying
that was
Oh, really?
unannounced.
Lying to us.
This dude, I saw on his socials, the mullet is out. He's been jet skiing like a mofo with a lot of Van Halen playing. He's probably not coming back. I don't think he's coming back from Myrtle
he's
Beach.
now Myrtle Beach's own.
Yes.
Rafe Williams.
Yeah.
He went full Danny McBride.
The ocean has gobbled him up.
Goodbye, Rafe.
Goodbye, R.I.P.
The call of the sea. the call of the ocean. It's calling me.
He lives in a lighthouse now. I don't know.
It's calling me.
Poseidon's call, huh?
Anyway, we'll bust him up tomorrow.
I mean, he spent the weekend jet skiing, or the week jet skiing. Moon spent the week jet skiing.
Yeah. Well, wave running.
Oh, very good.
It's the same thing.
No, jet ski's like a brand, isn't it?
It is fine, but it's like Band-Aids.
Yeah. Band-Aid, Frisbee.
We know what it is.
Band-Aid, hot tub. Isn't hot tub?
Oh, is it brand?
Oh, is hot tub
I
a
may
brand?
be making that up.
No,
I'm not
jacuzzi.
Sure. Jacuzzi.
Jacuzzi.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Jacuzzi.
That's right.
That's it. Hey, I think I've developed swimmer's ear. This is now a thing in my life.
You're such a wuss,
Every
dude.
time I put my head under the water.
When did you get under the water?
You went to Jamie Rivers' house.
But I did not go swimming.
Oh.
I went swimming on Saturday.
Where? What pool?
At the pool that I belong to that I never go to.
Ah, I see.
The pool that you belong to.
I had a
never
pool
heard
in
about
front of
this.
me on the 5th, but it was just like people soup. I couldn't get in there.
Well,
I was like,
we
and I
were
knew
at-
these people.
I came home from Oxford, Ohio on Friday afternoon
Oxford.
to go get the boy. He was at Miami University. Miami of Ohio.
Wow.
Yeah, huh?
The good
Better
land.
Miami.
So I remember I was going on my road trip.
Yeah.
This was my first ever, in 46 years on this earth, my first ever solo road trip. I've never gone on one by myself.
Wow.
Like of that length.
More than, you'd say, more than 2.5 hours.
Yeah. I would say more.
Nice.
I've never more than 4 hours.
Well, congrats, man.
I mean, does this count as a solo trip?
Of course it does.
I mean,
I was going to retrieve the boy.
Halfway.
you had
Yeah,
one
he did
night by
half-
yourself in the hotel? Or did you immediately upon getting to Ohio get your son?
No, one night by myself.
Okay, good. Okay, then that counts, yeah.
I texted him when I got to the town, and he ghosted me, which is okay.
That's cool.
Which was fine by you.
Which was okay. So I don't know if anybody has ever been to Miami University in Oxford, Ohio.
No, go on.
No.
But there is no way to get there via a major highway.
Cool.
So, like, you go 70. So, basically, it's 70 east through Indianapolis, and then it takes you off the highway
Okay.
onto some, like, state routes
Oh,
through
so,
Indiana.
so it feels like it's taking you to, like, Kirksville or something for Truman State.
Okay.
And it was enough where I thought that Waze was screwing with me. I'm like, maybe Waze doesn't know where it's going. Like, maybe Waze is taking me to another
Yeah.
Oxford.
Some guy on
Waze got confused.
some guy on Google Maps or on Google created a business called Miami University, and it's taking you to some farmhouse or something.
Well, I put the hotel in. I've stayed at a
Oh, I
place
see.
I stayed at a place called the Elms.
Oh, wow. This is a
Oh.
nice place.
The Elms.
You're not a Comfort Inn guy or a Best Western?
Well, listen, I'm by myself.
Go all out.
I'm gonna splurge a little bit. It's like a nice little boutique hotel in the town where the university is.
Which I presume is just a college town. Like it's probably
Is it beautiful?
It's probably great.
Well, I'm off the highway, and I'm on these state roads, and it's cornfields on both sides.
And meth labs. Yes.
Cornfields on both sides, and it's just nobody out there. I'm starting to get like a little panicked, I'll be honest with you.
Did you think about how far away like the nearest doctor was? Because that's where my brain goes.
No,
when I do
my brain went,
think.
if I get a flat tire, I don't know who's going to come get me,
But you got free corn.
how I'm going to be found.
Got a little codependency on your family, Cal.
I'm in a foreign vehicle. Okay?
A BMW.
Yeah, it is a foreign.
There's probably not many
vehicle.
Beamers up in Ohio.
No, it was all Fords and Chevys and GMCs, okay?
Hell yeah, it
I
is.
checked every driveway I drove by.
Those people aren't P words.
No.
Yeah. And I'll get into this later. Back to you. I saw a guy coming out of Wildwood yesterday in a black BMW flipping people off, even though he was driving all erratic and being a total a-hole. And it just confirmed everything that I've ever said about BMW drivers. And,
Rizz is back in
Tim
town.
goes, what if that was Rizz? I go, wouldn't surprise me at all, but his BMW is white.
What do you mean wouldn't surprise you?
I don't know, man. It was a hairy arm hanging out, flipping people off
Yeah.
on
Hairy arm, correct.
Yeah.
Flipping people off, not anymore.
This guy was totally, I almost
Not
called the
anymore.
cops.
I got a good solid feeling here. In a couple weeks, we're going to be the only BMW drivers with dangly earrings.
Hell yeah, you are. And that'll
Hold on,
actually
so-
make
Actually, I
things a
think
lot
every
cooler, okay?
BMW Don't those come free with when you buy one?
I'm on these rural state roads. I don't know where I'm going. I'm in the middle of Indiana. My navigator says you're about 20 miles from your destination. And I'm looking around and go, 20 miles?
Can't be.
Can't be. Cannot be. Like, everywhere I look, it is nothing. There's nothing.
Right.
There is nothing. And then it's 10 miles till destination. Still, I'm in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
You're 5 minutes away now. I go, I am definitely not 5 minutes away. I am still in Indiana. I don't know where I am. I think I'm lost. I'm alone and I'm scared. Okay?
Plenty of gas.
See what
though?
happens? Plenty of gas.
What are you listening to at this time? Listening to
Here's what
comforting-
I did, by the way.
Here goes.
On my trip, I put on Spotify, and I put on Spotify's AI DJ.
Yeah, you love that thing.
Did not change a song. I played a game. Let's not change the song. Whatever AI wanted me to listen to, I bowed down. I listened,
And it was great?
and it was fine. Heard some new stuff. A couple songs I didn't like. Power through them.
Did you tell ChatGPT that you were scared, or did it comfort you?
ChatGPT did not work.
Because there
I
was
was
no
alone, and there was no
5G.
internet.
5G doesn't exist in the back roads of Ohio and Indiana.
Here's where
Sounds
Rizz was.
good.
Rizz was on this highway in the
You
middle of
pass through
nowhere.
Bath.
In Bath, Indiana. So Oxford is on the border of Ohio and Indiana. I mean, as a border town.
Okay.
So it's like 5 miles until Oxford. 4 miles, 3 miles, 2 miles. I go, there's still cornfields. And then all of a sudden, there it is.
Civilization.
Civilization,
Whoa.
somewhat. Somewhat. There it is. A little town where the only thing is the university.
Yeah, truly. Look at this. I'm looking at the aerial of it, and it looks like the population is probably 500 during the summer.
Looks like normal
During the
Bloomington.
summer, less.
Fewer than 500.
Less. Way less.
Yeah.
I think I may have doubled the population of the town when I rolled in.
Yeah, like the local bowling alley and everything. They closed down.
Ooh, look.
In
Well,
May.
The Elms Hotel's on a nice part of town.
Yeah, that's right, Steve. The Elms
Oh
Hotel,
yeah, look at that dead center.
dead center.
Close to a Papa John's.
So
you were set
yeah, so you
up.
could walk anywhere.
Huh.
Yeah, well, that's what I did. So I parked the car. I checked into my room. It was fine. It was okay.
What was it?
That's
Just 2 queen beds? What are we talking? What kind of room?
It was a big king bed. I wanted the 2
Dang.
queens.
Man, you know it's a college town when the Buffalo Wild Wings closes for the summer.
Yeah.
Well, there's nobody to work it.
There's nobody there.
Yeah.
So I said to the person at the front desk, "Hey, is there anything to do around here?" And he goes, "No."
All the chicks have left.
I go, "Okay."
You can go to the you can go to the
What?
Pickle and Pig,
And
but there won't be any
I
college
did go to the
chicks.
Pickle and Pig.
Did you?
Yeah.
Is that the place that we were telling you to go to? The restaurant?
Somebody told me to go there. It's attached to the hotel.
Is
it
I
good
mean, it's
food?
in there.
What'd you eat?
Well,
The picture looks neat.
it's supposed to be like a speakeasy
Yeah,
style.
old school. Look,
Looks like
yeah,
Tim
looks
McKernan's
cool.
working there.
Look,
My lord.
they've got hats on from Peaky Blinders.
It's a
Newsies.
speakeasy type of. Well, I wandered the main strip.
Go back to that moon. Let me take a photo of
okay.
that.
I wander the main strip of I think it's Main Street or something like that, and I kept thinking to myself, boy, if it wasn't July 2nd, this place would be hopping.
Oh yeah, you went the right time.
Nobody was there. I was there July 3rd. In my head, I'm imagining all the co-eds just hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, look at this.
Right there is like fraternity row.
Yeah, I was going to say, look, you got it's pizza, tacos.
It was a Skyline Chili right there.
Burritos, pizza, Buffalo Wild Wings.
So I'm walking around. It's 5,000 degrees out.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got swamp ass galore.
Just go back to the room.
Sitting in the car the entire time.
You know, they really planned this out for the college kids too, because look, you got it's Mexican joints and pizza joints and all this kind of stuff, and then it ends right before the college at the Oxford Police Department. I mean, they really sorted this whole run out.
I didn't see any cops, nothing. It was dead.
Oh, they took off too?
I think everybody was off. Everybody was off. So I had a nice little walk around and nothing.
You felt safe?
Yeah.
Good.
University.
I felt
nice.
safe. Crime took a break too.
Really? They're off for summer?
They're off for summer.
Holiday weekend for crime.
So
super nice.
I said, I'm just going to go back to the hotel room and I'm just going to order something. And I'll sit there and just watch TV because I roll into town around 2:30, 3 o'clock.
I'll eat this pork chops shirtless if you want me to.
No, and you know what I said? I said, no. I said, no, Scott. No, you're going to get up.
We're all going to get up.
You're going to hit the town.
And you're going to go to the Pickle and Pig. You're not going to order from there. You're going to go there to eat.
Did you change your clothes?
I did.
Not very good.
You put a collar on and everything?
No.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Do you have a hat on, or do you party Rizz hair? Okay.
I had a hat on.
I got to see pictures of this place because I just want to imagine it empty with you in the back booth.
I sat at the bar.
Well, I guess you had
Next to
to
the
because the
pickle?
chairs were all on
Nobody
the
was
tables.
in there. Nobody. 0 people.
Do you sit next to the pickle?
0 people. So I sat at the bar, and it was just a bartender there.
What was her name? Sherry.
It was a he.
Oh.
And we're just rapping about what's going on in town, which is nothing.
Look at the food. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, it was okay.
Okay.
I mean, it was.
Oh. Well, the pictures.
I had a couple whiskey sours.
Even though no one was in there?
What year is it? Whiskey sour.
It's a prohibition style bar.
Okay.
It's supposed to
So
be
it was
like,
1920.
It's supposed to be the 1920s. You
That's fine.
step back in time.
That's great.
So,
To
even though no one was
Yeah,
in there,
did
was
you
he
do the
still just
Charleston?
shaking the little shaker thing the whole time?
You step back to simpler drinks.
You go back in time to a simpler time. I don't know.
What's your usual?
1920s.
Do you see a dame
I
walk
get
in?
a
Or?
Manhattan?
Usually a Manhattan or a martini.
You didn't get a Manhattan? What's a Manhattan again?
I said what Manhattan's whiskey and
Vermouth.
Bitters and something
And
else?
a couple
car
splash of
tire.
bitters.
Doesn't it seem like something he would get when he's by
Bitters.
himself?
Yeah.
Is it because I'm bitter?
No, it's
Is it a
because
bitters
it's
thing?
because every time we've been out to dinner, you're always like, I'll take a Manhattan, please.
I'm from that town.
Well, this
Yeah.
this was a garçon.
Oh, it says a prohibition eatery. That's their whole thing.
What should I get?
And he said, man, I don't know. We've only got 2 things warm back there.
I know. Just pick one, dude.
And that was in my head, like, I'm going to order food here, and nobody's here. I don't know when the last time somebody was here.
It's just me, man. I'm the chef.
It's July 3rd, man. I'm the chef and bartender and the host.
Did they look
And the
shocked?
busboy.
And the mayor.
And the mayor.
Did he look shocked when you ordered food? Like,
we've got an eater.
one.
Wait a minute.
Bing, 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 bing. We got one.
We've got an
Okay.
eater.
Somebody
any
wants to
chance you
actually
want Papa
eat here.
John's? We got Papa John's. That'd be easier.
Do they have a Casey's General Store gas station in this
you're
place?
No.
set.
Oh,
Hey,
man,
population.
you were gone.
Population 23,000, bro. I don't know if they
Yeah,
took that
and
during the
Probably
fall.
late August through late May. Because there was nobody there.
This sounds like your heaven. Not dealing with people.
This was when Thanos snapped his fingers and everybody was gone.
I don't know what that means, but
Maybe you
okay,
do
fine.
need to live in a college town. Maybe you need to go down in Florida, and like you said, you want to go down there and live out your days, your sunset, But find a college town where people just vanish suddenly, and you've got the entire thing to yourself.
It's a nice break.
But it's still got a hospital.
And you constantly get refreshed of people. So some years it's going to be like majority good people. Some years it's going to be majority trouble starters.
It's a nice break from people. I mean, I can imagine like a sigh of relief. Let's clean up before the next session.
Yeah. This is great.
Let's tidy this place up before the new kids come.
University of Miami.
It's a nice campus. I mean, I walked around a little bit. The campus, too.
The quad.
Now, isn't that fun to do? To walk around like a big, awesome college?
As somebody that never went to a university
Me
like
too,
that.
man. I always get this weird feeling of like, man,
Missing out.
Did I miss out? Like I missed out, but I had a wonderful life and crazy adventures over here. But man, I think I would have had a lot of crazy adventures over here.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, life would have been different.
I just played so many colleges, and that's my favorite thing to do is wander around those giant universities and just see.
Yeah, these old buildings.
Yeah, because usually they're unlocked. You can go like check out the library and.
I didn't go inside.
Did you go to the science building?
You didn't go inside any of them?
No, I went to because my son was there for hockey camp, so I went to the ice rink, which is
the Goggins
state of the art.
I was looking at
That's great.
I was looking at that on the map. It looks nice.
Holy cow! I mean, they're a D1
hockey
school. So
yeah.
I mean, wow! And then the dorms. The boys stayed in the dorms.
Would the kid want to go to that school when he graduates from high school? Like, did he have any sort of that after he left?
Like, I want to go there. No, but the dorm was cool. It was, him and his roommate, and a little, prison cell of a room.
Mm-hmm. Also known as a dorm.
And I'm like, all right, let's go. And his stuff packed up, and he's like, I got to say goodbye to everybody. So he's going up and down the hallway. Everybody had nicknames. Hey, stickers. Hey, some kid they called rappers because he had rappers all over his floor.
Hey, poopy pants.
That's awesome. Rappers.
He doesn't know how to clean up after himself.
It's better than trash.
We call him Trash Panda. What?
Rappers.
Hey, they're rappers.
Well, what was his?
Ants.
What was his? Rizzo.
I'm like, boring.
I know,
cool.
Stupid.
Come on, guys.
Rizzo, the chick from Greece, no thanks.
Better than like Stinky. Hey, see you, Stinky. And then he's saying goodbye to everybody. They're doing like the Stallone, Carl Weathers, like like Predator, forearms,
veiny handshake.
Yeah, veiny handshake. And we got in the car and went home. And I thought for a second, like, man, I did miss out on this kind of life for at least 4 years.
Yeah.
It's fun. As somebody who went to university, it was a blast.
Yeah, I get that every time I go to one of those places. I feel that.
Yeah. I mean, I got to go to community college. It was basically the same.
Hey, I did that too. I was a transfer student.
Same feel.
Academic probation.
Community college? No.
Nope, not at all.
Community college, got your gen eds out of the way, transferred to university.
No,
that was legit.
Community college is one of those where the whole time you're in class, you're like, well, I got to get out of here quick because I have to go to work and do a full 8-hour shift.
No, they had so their final game that morning was like 9:30. I was at the ice rink 9:30. We were on the road by 11:30.
And Dad has
and it's an hour ahead.
Yeah, I was like, Dad has been gone for 24 hours now, and he's looking to make record time.
Oh,
son,
this guy.
You better go to the bathroom before we leave.
Because we ain't stopping. And we did not stop.
Oh, no.
You want to see your old man set a record?
Pee now, because we ain't. Next stop, Wildwood, Missouri.
Pee now or forever hold your pee.
Yeah, you better already have Gardettos in your bag.
Let's go.
You're in a BM, W, and you didn't even stop. That's amazing.
A BM, W.
Come on, man. We just had 4 days off.
It's too early to be reaching that far.
It's okay.
It's a privilege to sit in this room, Scott.
Yes, it is.
I know Rafe's not here. But I could send you back to your room.
All right.
Did you make record time?
Oh, dude, 5 hours.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
wait a second. What does Google tell me is reasonable? Let's see.
Oh, yeah. We made it back with enough time where I said, hey, let's go up to Jamie's house to celebrate the 4th. I wasn't even like, I was still raring to go. I was like, let's go. I still got it in me.
Do you have a little exploder, a little bump of exploder?
I got a little bump of exploder.
How long does that stay in the system?
Are you looking for directions? How long it would take you, Moon?
Yeah. Well, how long is it supposed to take
first
me?
off, I said, let me spend 4th of July with a Canadian. I've never done that before.
The most American thing you could do.
The most American thing I could do is spend 4th of July with a Canadian. Secondly, I've never spent 4th of July in St. Charles County.
Oh, boy.
It's a war zone.
And
Oh, I told you every year, man.
wow.
Scary place.
Crazy.
You were in the Civil War if you live in
I was
St.
like,
Charles
this is
County.
what Beirut is like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I guess, fireworks are legal in St. Charles County, I think the 3rd, 4th, 5th.
Yeah, they mail them to everybody in the mail.
Everybody gets fireworks.
Yeah.
And it was loud. And
Pandemonium.
everywhere you look, because he's out in Cottleville, everywhere you look, the sky is lit up with the good stuff. Like, people got the good stuff.
Yeah. They spend like a month's paycheck.
Oh, Jamie spent $1,000, in fireworks.
Well, remember,
Wowie.
because this is our 6th year, I think, being in Alabama for it. But before that, we would go over to our buddy Justin's house. And I think you went with us once, didn't you?
Maybe. In St. Charles County?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I did, because I don't recall ever being out there.
Well, he spends about, I'm going to guess, around 10 grand.
Oh, man.
It's absurd.
And then also has a giant party, so everybody that comes over donates and puts more in. And his garage is filled with tables filled with them. And he sets them up in an order, and he's got it all like how he's going to deliver.
Here's the grand finale.
The party. Yeah, dude, and it is insanity. I cannot believe it's even possible for a private citizen to be able to get your hands on what he gets.
It is. My wife went one time, and she was just like, that is terrifying.
That was one of the most.
But he does it
spectacular
so
things.
good over there.
He really does, man. He's a
It's
pro.
a pro.
Man, I don't know.
pro
Maybe
show.
I erased it from my memory, but St. Charles County was lit up on the 4th.
I bet.
All right, so Chesterfield to the Guggenheim Center, 5 hours, 25 minutes. I shaved about a half hour.
Wow. And that's with, this is,
That's to the center of Chesterfield.
and then that's not considering any stops, gas, any of that kind of stuff. So you shaved a half an hour off of what Google told you is a direct, nonstop drive.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's
Made good time.
really good.
Like, we pulled into my driveway, and the most dad thing you could say is, made good time.
But you can't resist. You
I got to say it.
even before the thought speaks itself in your mind,
The
you
boy's
go,
like, dude, I got to go shut up. I got to go to the bathroom. My eyeballs are swimming.
This is so cheesy to say, but I have to say it. It needs to be acknowledged that we just set record.
Well, he was also, like, stinky from playing a hockey game.
Oh, no. He didn't shower before.
No, I go, no time. Let's go.
You're the best.
Dude, what a nightmare.
Dad, let me just shower. Now, get in the car. Let's go. I'll deal.
He had sports stink on him. That's the worst.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
he knew it,
probably
too.
just felt like crust. Nasty.
Oh,
Dad,
no, that's
you
on me.
suck, dude.
That's amazing.
That's on me, and I'll take that. Get in the car. Let's go.
No thanks, no time. Dad's got to set a record.
Dad, let me take a shower real quick. Now, get in the car. Let's go.
He played that morning,
Yeah.
and then you made him
Get in the car. Let's go.
sit for 5.5 hours.
Yeah.
Or, I'm sorry, 5 hours.
5 hours.
Dad, it'd mean a lot to me if we could just stop and see the biggest ball of twine.
No.
Oh, man. On the way, there's the largest courtroom gavel. There was a whole, largest
And you didn't take him to
rocking
any of
chair.
these.
I was tempted.
Courtroom gavel? What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
And you
there's a
passed
sign
this
for
up.
it.
Largest courtroom gavel.
Like, does somebody actually, can they lift it up?
I don't know. It was on a sign.
It's Gavel, Ohio, a 31-foot largest gavel in the world.
Told you.
What are we doing?
Hey,
I love it.
This is good stuff.
Yeah, don't
Told you.
knock somebody making that, because
Why?
I live for big things. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime there's a big thing on the side of the road, I'm stopping. Yeah.
Big rocking
Big chair.
Yeah,
Big yarn.
you have to.
Yeah, You have to?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is what we do with our time and money?
You go
We
see the
love
big fork in
gigantonism
Springfield,
in this
Missouri.
or in this family, in this nation.
Has Tim taken you to see the big fork in
You
Springfield?
want to
No.
know? You want to know how much that thing cost?
How much?
$200,000.
Perfect.
Well, I passed
Sold.
it up. There was one, and if you've driven out there, and a RizzShow listener would know this, there, whatever town it is, or I think it's on 70. It's an attraction sign. It says like world's largest gavel, world's biggest rocking chair. There's a couple world's biggest, like right there.
Perfect time.
Did I think of Scott? Yes, I did. Because this idiot would stop at that.
Well, think of me too, because this idiot right here would also.
No, you wouldn't.
I would too. I do it all the time. My mom and I, when we've gone on any road trip, we see anything stupid like this, it is selfie central.
See, that is incredible.
World's largest rocking chair, located on Main Street in Casey,
it's in Casey,
Illinois.
Okay.
Wait,
I've seen it.
That's not far from us.
You can
No.
get all the information on sillyamerica.com.
No, and
Why is that silly?
I'm being serious about the website.
Dude, I was driving down Olive the other day and I pulled over. There was a chair shop that has a huge Adirondack chair that I've seen for years and I've never gotten to sit in. And it was closed on a Sunday and I just pulled off and I put my phone on top of my car and I took a photo of myself.
it's your call to the void.
Hilarious.
What the heck was happening in the Midwest here in the 2000s? So 2004 to 2008, that's when these things were all built. What?
The Bush era.
You look at that and you go, oh, this has to be something that's been around since the, I don't know, boring 70s.
Yes, it's
or
Route
something.
66.
No,
No,
we
it
just
just-
we need to make something big to put it on the sign.
That's Americana, dude. Everything's
What?
bigger in America.
You know
That's the way. That's
Overland's going to
that's
have
how
the
we do
world's
it.
biggest trampoline.
That's Texas's branding, not America's branding.
well,
Well,
look at
there's
us.
an area on 70. I think it's in Indiana, or maybe Illinois. Along that road somewhere where it's like the world's biggest, a couple of different things.
Is there not a ladder? Can you not?
Gotta shimmy up there.
Well, it may be there may be the world's biggest ladder. I don't know.
No, dude, I want to stand on it. I mean, listen, if I'm going all the way there,
Oh.
I'm not going to get a picture under it. I want to stand on it.
Yeah, let's go as a show and we'll all get on it.
yeah, rock
Now we're being-
and roll.
Now we're being silly. Hey, as far as 4th of July goes, you want the stats as far as people being arrested?
Yes.
Definitely. I also have in the email segment, I have our first responder.
No, this is it. This is that. Well, I got
okay.
his normal DJ from
right.
fire and ambulance dispatcher. He's a supervisor.
DJ
He-
EMT?
He sends us the county stats, and I got the city stats.
Okay.
So you want the city or the county first?
Let's go county first.
All right, county. All right, so on July 4th, 645 calls for service. That is a 5.91% increase compared to last year. 33 dumpster fires, 23 trash/debris fires, 18 structure fires, 16 brush fires, 4 burns/trauma, 4 smoke/explosion investigations, 2 vehicle fires caused by fireworks. The busiest engine company with 22 calls in all of the county was North County 4912. So congratulations
Congratulations.
to that fire company,
Luckies.
4912, for being the busiest. As far as the city goes, so the county was 645 calls for service. The city was 631
Okay, so
incidents.
the county beat us.
So county wins.
Interesting.
Congratulations to St. Louis County.
That's
Wow.
incredible, yeah.
I had to call the fire department.
This year?
Yeah, I was at my brother-in-law's house on Saturday in Southwest Missouri. And Tim and I, we checked into the Boots Court Motel, which is a beautiful boutique motel off of Route 66 in Carthage. And then we went on over to my brother and sister-in-law's house. And the minute I stepped my foot out of my car, my niece and her best friend are yelling for me that their cat is stuck in a tree.
What?
And this cat was so far up in the tree and then went up even further because the night before it was chaos, 4th of July chaos. It got scared. So it had been up in the tree for 24 hours. And so I go, holy crow, we got to get this cat out. Couldn't retrieve it through my own laddering, Called the fire department. They came out. And this little podunk fire department, like they're like, we don't have a ladder that's long enough because we don't have skyscrapers or anything in this part of Missouri. I'm like, what? So the next day, this cat spent 48 hours up in this tree. It was awful. Next day, they had to call an arborist to cut the limb down to get this damn thing out of the tree.
Cat.
The cat does not need to live out there anymore.
The thing is once you guys all left, he hopped back down, was going around having a good time. And
here's somebody come down when it needs food?
No, it can't. So trust me, I was like Googling all the things, like, do cats come down? This thing was, I will show you the video. This cat was up so freaking high, there was no return. And unfortunately, this cat is dumb and going to be, and also it's so loud and chaotic in my brother-in-law's house. They live on a farm. They shoot guns. They're insane. It's just lots of noise. Huh. It doesn't need to be out there.
What do you mean they cut the limb? Like the cat just came flying down with the limb?
Allegedly so. I got a text yesterday as we were driving home. The cat's down. Yeah.
Wait.
It's okay.
Wait, what does that mean?
Cat down?
Cat down. There was a vulture circling it.
Okay, this all sounds like military codes.
Had not had food or water in 48 hours. I was so mad. I was like, you people need to do better. And this cat, the cat needs to do better. Fault. My sister-in-law needs to do better.
Hang on. So they killed the cat?
No, the cat's alive. It got down.
They cut a branch off the tree and
they lowered it. They lowered.
No,
I
wouldn't say lowered. I think the damn thing fell down.
Okay, why would you go to the trouble of cutting it down if gravity will do that for you?
Well, I mean,
what rocks are for.
They couldn't get the damn thing down.
Well, it's not going to just turn to stone and stay there. At some point, it's going to fall. If you're just forcing the fall?
Yeah.
At some point, the cat's going to fall?
At one point, the cat was going to be dehydrated.
And needing water, yes, it will eventually pass out and perish.
But probably. I mean, isn't that what... Wasn't it high enough to die if it fell? Am I lost here? I'm lost.
And I wasn't there. From what I understand, the branch fell on another branch. Oh. The guy was able to get it and drop the cat. Oh. But it still dropped.
You got to fill in the gaps for me.
I mean, it still fell down pretty
you
high.
Meant like they just went, well, it's 200 feet up. They just cut the thing.
I don't see on either the city or the county stats here any cats caught in tree calls.
Well, Alba, Missouri, it happened.
Dude, Mallory saved a cat in a tree once. It got up. We didn't know whose cat it was, and it was in her backyard, and it kept going up. And she honestly was like, I'm going to take a bunch of broomsticks and put a bucket on the end of it and see if I can get the thing in the bucket. And I was like, that's the most absurd thing I've ever heard. 10 minutes later, she's got a cat in a bucket.
Love her. That's awesome.
It worked.
Well, in the city, there were 55 dumpster fires. So, yeah, dumpster fires beat out. The city dumpster fires beat out county dumpster fires. 55 versus 33. 19 building fires. Okay, the city wins that one.
Wow.
City wins that one by 1. 35 grass or weed fires. Yeah, the county had more calls, but just barely. Again, up almost 6% from last year. So congratulations, St. Louis County.
Yeah.
Finally.
You won. Hey, what also I did miss on my ride back from Ohio, this year's Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
When was that? Was that on the 4th?
It's always 4th of July.
Oh, okay.
It's always 4th of July.
I miss out.
I do look forward to it every year. Every year, though, I am disgusted, but I just cannot keep myself away from it. I cannot keep myself away. Last year, Joey Chestnut was not a participant. This year, back. And I'm going to say it. I think Joey Chestnut is the greatest athlete of our time.
Okay.
Is there anybody more dominant than Joey Chestnut?
Yeah, because he can throw wieners down his throat like that.
Is there any athlete more dominant in their sport than Joey Chestnut? No.
You saw
argue this.
You saw on the women's side, right?
Nobody cares about the
Nobody cares about that.
Well, Miki Sudo won her 11th Nathan's Famous.
I know.
So she's
yeah, for the women's side, yes, that's good. But I'm talking overall best, most dominant athlete of all time in their particular discipline. Nobody. Michael Jordan, who?
Oh, yes.
Wayne Gretzky, who?
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Tony Hawk, who?
It's the hill you're going to die on. That's fine with me.
Prove me wrong. This man has won 17 hot dog eating contests.
And no heart attack, right? He's never had any health issues?
No, and he's not fat. He ate 70 and a half hot dogs in 10 minutes. 70 and a half hot dogs.
Impressive, but not his record, right?
Not his record. We'll get into that in a second.
Yeah.
The still frames of him just.
It's disgusting.
It's so
Even right now,
gross.
he's burping and it still smells
Yeah,
like.
the still frames are the best. The video is what it is, but that's still
like it's just like shrapnel.
dude.
Oh god.
It's
Like,
disgusting.
at his
Again, I
funeral-
can't stop watching.
At his funeral, many decades from now, I'm sure. I always think like at some point you're gonna take the photo that's used at your funeral, and maybe they'll have it like kind of blown up and like in a nice like golden frame or something. One of his is definitely gonna be one of those, water splashing out the sides.
His coffin's going to be a bun, right?
I would hope so.
Oh my gosh,
It has to be.
That's a great idea.
You're right. That's pretty brilliant.
Be awesome.
This man is so dominant at what he does. I think the second place guy had like a pedestrian 40-something hot dogs. Not even close. Not even close. Listen, I've seen Usain Bolt run. Mm-hmm. Joey Chestnut is the guy.
Yeah. Is Bolt going to be doing what he's doing 20 years later? Because
Good
Chestnut's
call.
been doing this for 20, right? 20
He's
years
won
or something?
17 matches.
How old is?
He's the Wiener King.
By the way, this is the photo that they're going to use at his funeral. The thing where he's got his hand over like this,
I
full
know.
cheeks, and it looks like he's vomiting backwards.
Yep.
Yeah, here he is.
41.
Here he is being introduced. Okay, this is a guy named George Shea, who is he's the guy that runs these eating competitions. George Shea. Okay, here he is introducing Joey Chestnut. Is it over the top? I don't think so.
Formed from the shards of shattered angels, wielding the white sword of righteousness, he will never fail or falter, for he defies the ministers of our fate and the limitations of our birth. And he will not stop until he stands side by side with the gods, his glory strung like beads of light to adorn the arc of history itself.
I think that's right.
Yeah. Thank you,
Wow.
ChatGPT.
I think that's right. He is the most dominant athlete of our time.
How old is he?
41.
Huh.
And here he is after the win.
70.5 hot dogs and buns in 10 minutes. The Nathan's famous 4th of July champion of the world, Joey Chestnut. How do you feel?
I was excited. I love being here. Man, I wish I had ate a couple more. I'm sorry, guys. I'll be back next year.
And the man can still talk after eating 70 and a half hot dogs. His record is 76, which he broke in 2021. He was hoping to eat 77. This man, he holds many, many records.
What happened out there, Joey? Well, right around minute 6, my swallower stopped. Like, what happened?
Here are some of, he's not just a hot dog guy.
I'm watching the highlights. By the way, I always forget that they have these gals standing behind each contestant with like a blue number, and they have to sit there and smile for 10 minutes and flip the cards.
And try not to
models
throw up
behind them.
themselves.
47,
Yeah.
48, 49.
Like, how did I get myself into this?
Here are Joey Chestnut's food records. So hot dog 76. He ate 182 chicken wings in 30 minutes. He ate 103 Crystal Burgers. So I guess those are like White Castles.
Yeah. Knock off.
103 Crystal Burgers in 8 minutes. He ate a whole 9.35 pound turkey in 10 minutes. He ate 15.75 pounds of sliced bologna in 8 minutes. He ate 21 pounds of shrimp cocktail in 8 minutes.
Oh, golly.
He had 53 soft beef Taco Bell tacos in 10 minutes.
Hey, just give me 1 second. Look up at the screen. The timer just stopped. Okay, the timer just stopped. He has the 70th and a half hot dog in his face right now.
Yeah.
Then he grabs this thing of water. Watch what happens. There isn't 2 ounces of water that get in his face. It all just sits up on his shirt.
I mean,
He's like trying to get water.
Just
in.
think how full his mouth is.
It's a chin waterfall. That's disgusting.
He's just pouring water on his chest.
This man ate 14 and a half pounds of burritos in 10 minutes. This guy ate 121 Twinkies in 6 minutes. He ate 16 pounds of pumpkin pie in 8 minutes. 25 and a half ice cream sandwiches in 6 minutes.
Has anybody ever interviewed him and asked, like, where did this inspiration come from? Like, did he see a video as a child?
There's a 30 for 30, like documentary about him and Kobayashi.
And so that was
and
it?
they go into it.
Oh,
like,
man.
he comes from a family of like 5 boys, and as a kid, everybody was competing over food and like who could eat the fastest.
Who's this hunky dude? Is he second? What?
I don't know who he is. 118 jalapeno poppers in 10 minutes. So this man is a dominant athlete.
I guess you're right, because, okay, so this is James Webb, and then the other guy is Patrick Bertoletti.
Yeah.
And they are celebrating their bronze and silvers right here at 45 and a half and 46 and a half. And then Joey comes in at 70 and a half. You are right. They're like, nobody is close.
Nobody's close.
Can even get close. And you said, remember the last year's winner when Joey wasn't there? He had like 50 or something,
Yeah.
and he said, "Yeah, but this don't count.
This
'cause
doesn't
Joey's
count.
not here."
I think Joey Chestnut has both made it a thing where people pay attention to, and when he retires, it's over.
It is over
Wow.
because it was pretty much over last year when he wasn't there, and then this is the resurrection.
The dominance. I mean, unless there's some kid out there who is next man up, you know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
Who is, I'm going to beat that record.
You know, he's a true winner when they're about to announce him, and he's miserable. He doesn't even enjoy winning.
He just ate 70 hot dogs.
Well, I'm just saying, everybody else is smiling, but because he didn't beat his own record, he's upset. Look,
Right.
It's funny to think he's
upset.
dominating guy and athlete or whatever, right? And yet the payout is, according to the AI here, it's $10,000 for first place. Second is $5,000, third $2,500, and then a fourth and fifth split another $2,500.
Yeah, but he does other events. I mean, like he travels the world doing these eating competitions, and he's in pretty good shape.
He's got the sponsorship, right? Impossible.
I don't know if he's got that sponsorship anymore because that's what prevented him from doing it last year.
But I mean, he's got to make good money there.
I think it's disgusting. At the same time, I am super fascinated by it.
Yeah.
Just the feat of it.
Is he down to earth, you think, or?
Seems like a nice guy. I don't know.
Yeah, is he married? Is he single?
I don't know.
Every time I've asked him a question, his mouth is full.
I don't know, but I can't stop watching. These professional food records, like, let me see. All right, most hard-boiled eggs eaten in 8 minutes is 141. Joey Chestnut. Most mayonnaise eaten in 3 minutes.
Yo, Joey Chestnut is not married. He's never been married, but he was engaged to a gal named Nestle.
Of course.
Nestle Ricasa. The couple split before their planned wedding in 2015.
Oh, that's a shame.
Nestle Ricasa, a fellow competitive eater.
Of course she is.
Well, they probably travel together. Most mayonnaise eaten in 3 minutes. A woman named Michelle Lesko holds the record, 3.5 jars in 3 minutes.
Grosses me out, dude. What are we doing?
Most chicken nuggets eaten in 1 minute. 19.
Yeah.
I can deal with the actual food, but the condiment contest, no thanks.
Most glazed donuts eaten in 8 minutes.
Now we're talking.
70.
Wow.
Most poutine eaten in I love poutine. Most poutine. Yeah. Joey Chestnut holds the record of eating 28 pounds of poutine.
Did Jamie Rivers have poutine at the 4th of July party?
Man, I ate about 4 pounds of that.
That
a couple weeks ago.
28 pounds of poutine in 2019.
That doesn't take long, though.
No, that's like one bowl, probably.
Of course, at the 10th annual World Poutine Eating Championship.
Yeah, up in Quebec, I'm assuming. Not down here.
I would imagine.
Hey, the glazed donuts thing. You've seen somebody do that, right? Where they take like I think it's probably 20 maybe, and you flatten it into like a sandwich, because it's just a bunch of air, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you take like bites of it, it goes down to like a big burger size, basically.
Yes.
You could do 70 pretty quick,
I could.
to be honest. You just smash a couple of those into burger size jams, and then just deal with the repercussions for 2 years.
Oh, most cow brains eaten. I've seen the video of this. Kobayashi, the legend. Most cow brains eaten in 15 minutes, 18 pounds.
Oh, man.
And there's a video of it. It's so gross. Joey Chestnut's actually in the competition for that, too, and loses.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. When was this done? This looks old. I guess they've been doing the cow brains one for some time now.
Yeah, 57 cow brains weighing 18 pounds in 15 minutes. So gross. Ugh.
Oh, wow.
And they're eating them like with their hands, and it's all over their face.
Yeah, wow. Look at that. It's just a platter of brains.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Look at what a
Dude.
These are champs.
what a
man.
competitor.
This is what sporting is all about.
This is why we play the game.
This is ridiculous.
And I do think that Joey Chestnut is the greatest athlete of our time. Prove me wrong. Hey, one more thing before we move on, and I do want to bring this up. Speaking of disgusting things, I love these stories that come out of China, where they find unusual objects in people.
Oh.
This one out of Hunan, China. 33-year-old man showed up at a hospital in some serious trouble. He was pale, he was sweating, and he was complaining of severe stomach pain. And when doctors did a CT scan, they spotted something strange. A foreign object poking through his stomach and into his abdominal cavity. And to make matters worse, his abdomen was rock hard, which made doctors worry about a potential deadly infection. Does anyone want to take a guess on what was up inside him?
Hot dogs.
Good guess,
Thank you.
but no.
Twizzlers.
Not Twizzlers, no.
Matchbox cars.
No.
Okay, so what was the date that he went in?
Yeah, what season?
I mean,
important.
this was I think last week, maybe.
All right, last week.
Bow ties.
No, bow ties.
What was last week's holidays? We were celebrating some of them.
I don't know what they celebrate in China. This is China.
Oh,
Dragons.
Yep. Dragon claws.
isn't the year of the snake?
All right. Well, wasting no time, the surgical team jumps into action, performs emergency surgery. They found an eel. An eel.
Very close.
Yeah.
An eel still alive.
Neat.
Still alive.
No thanks.
Wow, dude.
Swimming around inside his abdomen. Still alive.
So, we were eating the eel?
Well, apparently the eel had managed to force its way right through the wall of the man's intestine, and it was now loose among his organs.
How did it
Made
get
him
there?
feel ill?
Using a clamp-like tool, the doctors managed to grab the eel, carefully pull it out, patch up the hole in his colon, and thoroughly wash out his abdomen to prevent infection.
And here is the photo.
There it
Can you
is.
imagine how gross that would feel?
Cute.
That it looks like a 4-foot earthworm.
That looks like a burnt sausage.
Yeah, Nathan's hot
That's
dog.
very long.
I know you're wondering.
Yeah.
How on earth did an eel?
Wait, where did it penetrate?
Wait, was this an eating contest in China, live eel?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just getting all my questions
No.
answered.
This was somebody that went in through the exit.
Oh, he fell down, huh? Did he fall down in the
Oh my God.
And I
This
hate
went
falling
in
down
through
in the river.
the exit.
I love how the first sentence is, a man arrived at the hospital sweating profusely.
You don't think?
Yeah, how on earth does an eel end up inside somebody's body? The doctors didn't go into much detail, but
Thank you.
yeah, everybody knows how it got in.
Do eels have teeth? Yes, they have teeth.
Yeah, it burrowed out of his intestine and got into where the organs are, into his abdominal cavity.
It's terrifying.
Sometimes you don't want to ask where your food came from. I had eel last night.
Oh boy.
This is
Where'd you eat it from? Or Anyways.
I don't know where it came from.
Did you eat it the traditional way?
I ate it the traditional way, yeah. Over a little block of rice.
Good.
I don't like eel.
Oh, eel's the best.
This almost seems
Can't do it.
dangerous.
What do you mean?
Nah,
I
this is
just
like...
don't like
Wait,
it.
have you had it before?
Yeah.
And what did you not like about
I
it?
don't like it's all strange looking and slippery.
Yeah, I'm not
like
a
it.
fan. I just can't get past the way it looks. And then we hear stories like this. I'm sure it's good, and I
But you
understand. My
slice it
wife
up.
eats it. I'm not...
It's wonderful.
I'm
Sushi
sure it
without-
is. I just
yeah.
can't get past the whole, it looks like a worm.
Yeah.
Well, they don't just, bring it out.
I understand it. I can't explain.
Dude, I'm
I
looking
can't
at
explain why.
More
I
for
just-
the rest of us.
What, Lern?
I'm just looking at eel teeth, and it's a freaking mess, dude.
Eel
don't,
teeth?
Don't be Googling.
I'll look that up.
Oh,
eel
yeah.
teeth.
Well, the fact that it actually burrowed through the man's intestine
Right.
and got into his abdominal cavity, and they describe it as swimming around his organs.
Gosh. The amazing thing is it didn't eat any more organ or anything. Oh, yeah, those teeth are no joke.
Huh. Well, did he admit to that?
The doctors are not. The doctors aren't saying anything, but we know. We know how it got up in there,
Yeah.
especially since it was still alive.
Like, that's a torture.
For who? For the
Everyone.
person or for the eel?
For everybody involved.
Because if it went down, if he ate it, and probably the stomach acid would kill it
I would assume so.
before it made its way into the man's.
Well, the thing is, like, there's, these are not, shall we say, bony creatures. These are not stiff creatures. I don't understand, like, what you got going on that one can allow, watertight over here, baby. That's all I'm saying.
What's the end plan?
Yeah.
Like how are we thinking it's going to get out? I mean, do you tie string around the one end and all right, when I'm ready for it to come out, I'm going to just pull the string. Maybe they're slippery creatures. So
yeah, they're slippery little suckers.
so the string
Right.
came off and it was whoa.
Ugh.
And then how long do you wait before going to the hospital?
I mean, if it starts to hurt, you go.
Are you just like, okay, I'm going to maybe try to poop this thing out?
Oh, there's... Gosh,
Like,
man.
I'm going to try to poop it out.
Dude.
What does that even feel like? Like,
I don't know, but I'm trying to put myself in the mind of the guy that had the eel up his butt.
and also, was it like hanging out?
Wiggly?
Learn it got it.
It was the whole thing was up
after
there.
the string fell off. It got up in there.
So
No.
if this happened to one of us, would you guys make fun of us if we went to the hospital immediately afterwards? Or would you think we're very responsible?
I would hope to not know about it, Scott.
Hey,
I
talk
don't want to
about-
know what you guys do on the weekends.
I think you would earn a new nickname. That's for sure. I'm not sure what it would be, but like you would be something different for the rest of your life. All I know is I spent the entire week swimming in a lake, and I thought of 100 different stories we've done on the show about, flesh-eating amoebas and things going in this
Things
way
go up
and
your pee
things
hole.
going in that way and all that kind of stuff. And I'm thinking about this, but of course I'm trying to put my kids at ease when they're swimming. They're like, hey, how deep is it here? Well, how big do the fish get? And all that kind of stuff. And my son, very first thing he says was, man, Mom bought me a swimsuit, but it doesn't have a net. They're freaking board shorts. What am I supposed to do with that? And I go, well, just hold on to it real tight because the fish are going to think that's food,
Oh, no.
And I said that as a joke, and the whole time, this kid is just like, man, why did you say that? That's all I'm thinking now is that a fish is
Because it
thinking-
happens.
So every time he get in the water, he was kind of a little weird.
Just
It
upset.
happens. Okay, so let's play this out here.
Okay.
We're having solo time when just joeing isn't enough. I go to the fish store and I go buy an eel.
You're back to the eel guy. Okay.
And I'm doing my thing, having a good time. The string slips off the eel and it's lost up in me.
It's leash.
Okay, now panic starts to set in.
Uh-huh.
I go, okay, before I call the doctor, I'm going to sit on the toilet for a little bit. Maybe it'll come out on its own. Mm-hmm. Just like the cat in the tree.
Yeah, maybe. Although, if
Maybe
you
the cat will come down on its own.
Uh-huh.
So you wait a certain amount of time before you call the fire department, right? Like, this cat ain't coming down.
I was there for like 5 minutes. Yeah.
5 minutes you waited?
It had been up there for 24 hours.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
The cat goes up the tree. You're thinking, we're going to wait a little while before we call for help.
At least a meal or two.
Yeah. The eel gets up there, and you go, okay, we're going to wait a little while. Maybe the eel will come out by itself.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, just so you know, I got a solid feeling that this isn't this guy's first rodeo.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, this is elite level.
Yeah.
This is a higher level of
yeah, he didn't go straight to the
butt
eel.
play.
Yeah, this isn't his first rodeo, so he's probably going through his typical
It
protocol.
could have been his first and last time.
I hope to God it's the last time.
Never is.
It's pretty deviant behavior.
Yeah,
Again,
extremely.
when just joeing is not enough. Now
And
we
I'm
need to get
sure there's legality issues there too.
now we need to get marine life involved.
Why did he not just hover above a plate of sushi? Because I know eels love
Okay,
sushi.
so according to, and this is from Patrick, according to the internet, they insert eels rectally in China as a means to relieve constipation.
Okay, maybe this wasn't a sexual thing. This could have just
Yeah, look
been.
at you making this guy out to be a diva.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
He's just a
It's okay.
constipated victim.
You're American. It's fine. We don't know. This is not how we deal with
I'm going to
constipation
guess
in this country.
X-lax is just not a
You
not a thing there.
You judgmental jerk.
Well, again, now we're like, okay, I still got to go to the hospital with an eel up my tuchus.
Well, then it's more normal, possibly.
How can
We
I get
probably
this
see
more,
this all the time.
Yeah, how can I get this more blocked?
I'm so glad that's not how we deal with constipation in this country. Otherwise, I mean,
Well, we used to put eels on ourselves to, right?
Leeches?
Leeches.
Eels. Leeches.
yeah.
We used to put eels up in us to,
It's just a butt
know.
leech.
An eel to heel.
Ain't nothing but a
or, you got a headache, they drill a hole in your head.
It's just a
We've come
constipation.
a long way, baby.
This is just a constipation leech. That's all.
Yeah,
And who knows? Maybe that's the best way to do it.
apparently not.
Well, everything has a slight risk. Maybe this is 1 in a million. Maybe this is better than X-Lax.
Yeah, maybe they don't have peaches over there. Just eat a ton of peaches.
All right, moving on. And Team Rizz Member of the Day is brought to us by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, the official sports bar of the Rizz Show. Check out their brand new stacked menu at hotshotsnet.com. From Wentzville, Megan Girardi.
Yeah,
is
Megan.
at our today. Megan has been a loyal listener for almost a decade, loves the banter and jokes between everyone on the show. By the way, Scott, I was cleaning out the guest room, and I forgot to give this to you for Christmas.
My second gift finally came in.
Yeah, it's the ultimate Bible and church joke book.
Love it.
Before you
not
pass
yet.
it, come on.
I'm going to read some jokes.
Okay, good. I was like, let me do
After
some
the
flipping.
break, there are some good ones in here.
Okay.
All right.
I'm excited.
Megan Girardi from Wentzville is our Team Rizz Member of the Day. Get a super sweet Team Rizz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz. My wife goes, what the hell is this book? I go, oh, it's Scott's birthday. No, it's Scott's Christmas gift.
Aw.
Christmas
The
in
ultimate
July.
Bible and church joke book. That's right. There's some good ones in here.
Okay.
Right up your alley. All right, Lern, what do we got?
We go back to the beginning to do a little recap of that. Oasis reunited this weekend. Who is retiring from fame this week and the most American band of all time?
The most American band of all time. Yeah, it was a good weekend of rock.
It was awesome.
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays, the porno birthday, all that and more next in your Crap on Celebrity. Stay there. Back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Schreier Air text line, 314-649-DUMB. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials at RizzZZ Show. Your emails, RizzShow1057thepoint.com. Sex time fun facts coming up. I do have some St. Louis Misconnections. Looking at you, O'Fallon, Missouri, Town and Country, Collinsville, Belleville, and Kirkwood. I did some scouring over the weekend. Also, Scott, I found your Christmas gift.
I'm excited
I know
for
it's
this.
July, but
It's the right time for it. Christmas,
in July.
Yes.
So I meant to give this to you a couple months ago. It's the ultimate Bible and church joke book. You want to hear some?
Oh, yeah.
You want to hear some jokes?
Oh, yeah.
When was the last time somebody gave you a joke book?
It's been a while.
It's been a long
Been
time.
a minute yet. But I need new jokes, so this will be perfect.
Do you remember it was Truly Tasteless Jokes?
Is that the book
it
that
the
we have
toilet one?
on the desk?
No, it used to be a series of books.
I know there's
I used to get them at the book fair.
you talking about in school?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they were like fart jokes. And,
Oh, no, these were way worse. They'd be like a section for like Italians,
oh, no.
Mexicans, Jews, and it'd be like listed like, dead baby jokes.
My goodness.
Get these at the school fair.
So the racist jokes that everybody says as adults came from a school book fair.
Yes, it did.
We finally know.
Thank you, Scholastic.
Look up truly tasteless jokes. It was a thing. And people got to know what I'm talking about.
The bookmobile's here.
Okay, here we go. Where did Noah keep the bees?
Get this right.
Where did Noah keep
Where did Noah keep the bees?
on the ark?
The archive.
Great one.
Starts it with a bang.
Okay, we'll go here. What was Peter's favorite fish to catch? Salmon.
Are there like sections like the other one, like the
No,
Philistines are in here?
It's all just Bible and church.
You're leaving King speechless, by the way.
Yeah, I'm going to
That's how
do
good
a
these are.
5-minute base on these, by the way.
What do you call an atheist group? A non-profit organization. Hello.
Oh, goodness.
Why did St. Peter call a podiatrist? There was something wrong with Heaven's Gate.
Okay.
Man, these are really good.
How did Jesus address the doubting woodworker?
How did he address the doubting woodworker?
Oh, ye of little faith.
Hey!
So silly.
I like that.
Oh, man. This is the right hour to be
What
hearing
did the
these,
stormtrooper say when he walked into the church?
Oh, a Star Wars cross.
Pew, pew, pew.
All right.
Cute.
Two more.
That
Now
one's a good one.
we're just revving
Now
up.
we're getting going.
Yeah, now
all
we're
right.
getting warmed up.
Engine just turned over. Let's go.
How did the church lose its choir so suddenly?
Church.
How did the church lose its choir so suddenly? Unforeseen organ failure.
All right. All
You
right.
like that one?
Yeah, that was good.
That's a good one.
Okay, one more good one here.
Yeah.
One more good one. Okay, now I think we're in the David and Goliath section.
Ooh.
Oh. Hold on to
Be
your
a
butts.
big one.
Too serious for you?
Yeah,
It's too real.
a lot of Noah jokes. Okay,
That's so last year.
I know. Oh, here we go.
Noah's so hot right now.
Yeah, I do have a Noah joke after we're done.
What do priests say on fumigation day?
Bug.
Let us spray.
That's a nice one.
This is yours, pal.
All right, thank
Wow.
you so much.
What a
I can't
gift.
wait. I do have
What a gift. And never say any of those on the air.
I do have a Noah joke for you all.
Okay.
Or a Bible joke, I should say.
Let's go.
Do you know what's the only state mentioned in the Bible? It's Arkansas. Noah got off the Arkansas.
Okay. Well,
Let's see if there's more.
welcome
of these
to the
in here.
Rizzuto Show.
Taylor nervous to work for nuns.
What's next?
Habit.
Okay,
forming.
well,
In the Bible, the beginning. You stole first.
You know, I do want to go visit that big ass ark that they did like a replica of. Where is it, in like Kentucky or something? Oh
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
It's not
I
in
saw-
Indiana with the biggest rocking chair and the biggest.
No,
I
but
thought it was in St. Charles.
oh man. Well, no, it kind of plays into all the big stuff that I like pulling off the side of the highway to go take a picture in front
It's
of. I just
in
want to see what's up with
Kentucky, right?
that. I think it's in Kentucky.
What they do it made to measure, like
Yeah, they did it like.
the 40 cubits
replica.
and all that kind
Go
of
ahead,
stuff.
buddy. You can leave now.
Can I also leave? Or
Wait, she wants to go, but I can go for her. I'm going for
All
you.
right, so here's what
That's what you
happened.
wanted.
Here's what happened 10 years ago this week, okay? Back in the time machine,
2015.
2015. Here's what was going on this week in 2015.
Go.
Jared from Subway got busted for being a perv.
Damn, that was only 10 years
right?
ago?
I
Feels
thought it was
longer.
a long. Yeah.
No, the FBI raided his hometown, raided his home in Indiana on July 7th, 2015, as part of a child porn investigation. Subway immediately dumped him as their spokesperson. He is eligible for parole in 2029. Let me see. 10 years ago this week, 2 NFL players lost fingers playing with fireworks. Defensive end Jason Pierre-Paul had his right index finger amputated 4 days after a firework mangled his hand. And that was right after a tweet of like a van full of, or a trailer full of fireworks.
That's right.
With maybe a caption like 4th of July going to be lit. I don't know, but he lost some fingers.
What happened to that dude?
So is this a thing where sports now?
He played. He still played.
Do you think Major League Baseball and everybody else is like, you're not allowed to touch fireworks?
Cheaper gloves. Yo, they're not allowed anyway. I mean, dude,
Insured?
There's stuff in there like you can't skateboard, you can't ride a motorcycle.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
No fun.
Bucks cornerback C.J. Wilson lost 2 fingers in a fireworks mishap 10 years ago. C.J. retired. Jason made the Pro Bowl a couple of years later. Let me see here. Oh, your odds of winning the Powerball got worse 10 years ago this week. They added 10 more balls, but also dropped the number of Powerballs from 35 to 26.
Dude, I was working on Thursday at a remote at Ted's Harley Davidson, and a guy came up to me and made me sign another shirt for him because he said last time I signed a shirt, he won $300,000 in the lottery.
wow.
I was like, what?
Oh, so you were the luck.
Did he
He
say
said
like,
I was the luck.
Did he come up and say, "Hey, can I have some free tickets?
No.
A free shirt?"
No,
So
he had
he
a
won-
shirt. He goes, at my birthday back in March, he came out to my birthday broadcast and I signed a shirt for him, and he goes, I left your birthday party. I immediately went and got a lottery ticket or scratchy lottery. I don't remember which one he said. And he won $300,000.
I get it, man.
Test it. Can you sign my shirt? I'll go buy one to see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's incredible.
I know. That's the first person that's ever like walked up to me that said they won big.
Hey, you know what? I think there should be a rule. If it's not a law, it should be a rule that if you tell me you won money,
Based
you
on-
have to tell me how much you've lost. Because
Oh,
I
should've asked.
can't, my brain, it's not a healthy thing for us to be just hearing that he just won.
Well, if I told you I
$300,000.
won, hey, I went to the casino, I won, $300 playing blackjack.
Yep. But, okay, let's make it a limit. All right. If it's over 50 grand,
Tell me how.
you got to tell me how much you've spent over,
Right.
over
Like
the years.
lifetime?
Yeah. I have to, my brain just starts spinning and I got to stop the spinning.
Because this is a person that spends like $50 every time he goes to the gas
Right.
station to buy $50.
You never had a
worth.
hankering for a scratch off?
Surely, no. Surely you've done the
I have.
math.
I love scratchy lotteries.
Which ones are the? I never know which ones is actually a good one to get.
They're all.
I don't know. I mean, I just pick one, the most colorful
Right.
one.
I just want to know the math. Our cousins won some stuff on the
Yeah.
lottery. He won like 5,000 once. He won 15,000 once and whatever. And he literally said, I probably spent $2,000 or $3,000 over the years, blah, 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 blah.
Okay,
so
so he's-
here's my
he made
net.
out.
Here's my net winnings. I needed to hear that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was great. He was in the positive. Good for him.
I don't know. If I was at
Killing
Schnucks
it.
and I was like, I got an extra $5, I'm going to just throw it in the machine.
Well, I asked him what he did. I go, well, what did you do with the money? Where I went. I'm like, what did you buy?
Yeah, yeah.
Bought his wife a brand new car.
Whoa.
Put some money down on his house, and then he invested the rest of it.
What kind of car?
Oh, I didn't ask.
Oh, that's important.
I know. Should have asked. Anyway.
Because when you get money, when you get a windfall and you buy a car, do you go all out because now you can afford all out? Or because it's free money, you're like, extra car, here's a Chevy Cruise.
Yeah, you go as cheap as
I don't
possible.
know, $300,000 is great.
Significant.
Yeah, it's not. I'm going to retire money.
Right. But that's helping you get there.
Of course.
But think you got that cash now, you can just go and be like, hey, it's $25,000 online. I'll give you $15 in cash right now. And they're like, yes.
I told him if he won $1 million that I wanted some of it. And he goes, fine. And then I never heard from him again.
Anyway. 10 years ago this week, Oreo Thins made their debut.
Oh, those are great.
Yeah, people made fun of them at first, but they're pretty popular.
Yeah, I was skeptical because the ratio was so knocked out of the park
People love
with
'em.
double stuff. Double stuff is that's the one. It made the originals not worth it to me. But the thin,
You feel healthier when you eat them.
I think I kind of nailed it.
Yeah, but then the whole thing is
You've
just
eaten a
eat more.
you've
sleeve.
eaten a whole sleeve of them.
Wow.
That is hilarious.
10
When in
years
Rome.
ago this week, a kid passed his driving test and his mom crashed into the DMV. It happened in Huntsville, Alabama. She claimed the brakes didn't work, but her son had just passed his test in the same car. So I don't know. 10 years ago this week, Lucasfilm announced a Han Solo spinoff was in the works. Solo wound up coming out in 2018.
Not bad.
Yeah, I thought it was all right.
Not bad. She was miscast, but not bad. That's just my opinion. IMHO.
Yeah, that was the one where the original director got fired, and I think Ron Howard wound up taking over.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I just thought the story was okay. I didn't want it.
I like Donald Glover as Lando.
I thought he was great. I thought the kid that played Harrison Ford, Han Solo, was pretty good. But it was just in the wrong time of that like decline. You know, when people were like starting to get skeptical and shake it off, and it's not that bad. When we did the whole thing, when we watched it in sequence, I don't know, I kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's fun. 10 years ago this week, Minions was out, and that was a massive hit. It was the Despicable Me spinoff. Outgrossed the original. Made $336 million. And that's what happened 10 years ago this week. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crap On Celebrities.
And Crap On is brought to you by Mentality. Their patients experience a 30% increase in testosterone levels. So reclaim your health at mentality.com/radio. So Tim and I, we were driving to Carthage on Saturday when the Back to the Beginning festival started. So we were listening and /watching it as we had a 3.5-hour road
trip. For those of you who don't know, it's Ozzy Osbourne's farewell. Not just Black Sabbath, but his solo stuff too.
Yes. And there were a lot of like speculations going in, like what was Ozzy going to look like? How was this going to go down?
He didn't look great. He did not look great. Let's be honest. He didn't look good.
I thought he looked fine.
He looked better than an old boy behind the drums.
Yeah. Bill Ward looked like a
great.
pile of clay. No,
he's in his right. He's 80.
Yeah, they're all up there. But I mean, I think we all had the worst in mind, that Ozzy was going to be quite fragile coming out. I mean, he was seated in a massive throne. He had his little table full of tea and nose spray and all sorts of stuff.
Yo, kill me now if somebody describes me as a pile of clay.
Bill Ward looks like a pile of clay. All right, I'm just going to say what I thought the minute upon seeing him.
they sounded great.
They sounded great.
But Ozzy, again.
I think you're being quite judgmental.
What do you mean?
I think that you're wanting too much. Like he looked great for what was happening.
I just said like it was good. It was cool. I watched. He looked sick. He looks like a sick old man.
But he got up there, nails painted, had his sense of humor intact. I mean, it was so good. And so we turned it on right as Hailstorm was on. So we missed Anthrax, Rival Sons, and Mastodon. Mastodon opened up the night.
How were Ozzy's vocals?
They were good. Cool. It was Ozzy having Parkinson's, being old as hell. Like it sounded great.
I heard the show ripped.
It was so good. The camera work that this company did, I don't know if it was the same people that do Coachella or these festivals that you stream online, but they did such great camera work where you could really take in every performance. And I want to go through everything. So like,
it's all online now, by the way.
It's all online.
I know you had to pay for the pay-per-view, but yesterday I watched pretty much everybody I wanted to watch.
Yeah.
From bootlegs?
No, I mean it's actual from the
company that was putting it out.
Yes, bootlegged as in like
they
somebody copied the stream. Yeah,
okay,
it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
But it's like I watched Tool set, I watched Pantera set, I watched both supergroups.
Yes.
I watched Ozzy set, I watched the Sabbath set. I watched a little Alice in Chains. But God.
Okay, so Supergroup A was Lizzie Hale, Nuno Bettencourt, Jakey Lee came out. He was late to the stage, which was kind of funny. David Ellefson, Mike Borden, and Adam Wakeman. David Draymond came out after that performance and did Shot in the Dark, which I thought his voice was perfect for.
Yeah, that was good.
Another highlight from it is Jack Black doing Mr. Crowley with Roman Morello and Revel Ian, Scott Ian's son, and Tom Morello's son. I thought it was so cute, and that was a produced bit to kind of give the stage some time, because they have one of these rotator stages, Moon, which I'm sure you've played on before, where they have like a circle where they had kits set up and they could rotate the stage out for time.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a show like that?
I've never been. No. I've never been part of a show like that.
Remember the Rolling Rock Town Fair used to do that.
I've done those many times, and I don't know how it is as a spectator, but it's not fun. As a band.
Oh, really?
It's very hard to sound anything good. If the sound is okay out front, fine. Totally cool with it. As a performer, it makes it very, very difficult. But that's usually a throw-and-go festival. This is something that they had lots of time to set up, so I'm assuming it ran a lot better than the festivals I'm playing.
Well, not really. Alice in Chains got out there, and Jerry's mic was not on, so the harmonies were not there. So William Duvall was just out there by himself.
Yeah, that happens.
But they did a cover of Fairies Wear Boots, which was fine. Then Gojira came out, again, muffled vocals again. And you could kind of tell that band was a little nervous.
They were getting it dialed in, though, by the end of the night, by the end of the afternoon.
And that's the thing.
It was great.
The reason it's such a difficult thing is because you're checking or you're trying to do a line check on the back end of a stage where someone else is playing live and getting mixed out there. So your guy's out there trying to get general sense of what your stuff sounds like.
Right.
And then when you turn around, you're live. So then it takes a few songs for the front of house to like get it kind of dialed.
Acclimated. Yeah.
It takes even longer for the stage to get it dialed. Well, by that time, it's time for you to get off, and now it's spinning again.
Well, and that's probably what exactly the issue was, because the next supergroup that came out, so Judas Priest was in Germany, unable to play because they had a date already set. They're from Birmingham, England as well. So that was kind of kind of sucked.
Yeah, that sucks.
But what was awesome is KK Downing, who is no longer in Judas Priest, came out with Billy Corgan, Rudy Sarzo from Quiet Riot, Danny Carey from Tool. They did Breaking the Law. I thought Billy sounded pretty good.
I thought it was all right.
You thought it was okay?
Yeah, that was all right.
And then they stayed out there. They were calling it like Tom Morello's All Stars because he was the music director of the night, and Jason Momoa was the host of the night. So those two were kind of the directors of everything. And then Sammy came out and did Flying High Again with Chad Smith and Vernon Reed. Did some Rock Candy. Guy from Ghost came out.
Like the bands came out and they did their hits and threw in a Sabbath cover.
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody got 3 songs?
Everybody got like 20, 25 minutes. Metallica got a little longer. So
I want to keep on this supergroup, though, because with your talk about vocal problems and mixing and all that.
Right.
So Guy from Ghost is out there with Travis Barker and, the supergroup at the time. You start hearing a voice from the background going, I don't have anything in my mic. I don't have anything in my mic. And I'm going, I know that voice. Freaking Steven Tyler is there. He comes out with Andrew Watt, Travis Barker, Ronnie Wood from the Rolling Stones is out there by this time. Does Train Kept a Rollin', sounded excellent.
They say he stole the show.
He really did steal the show.
The entire afternoon, Steven Tyler.
So he's healthy again?
So I have some audio of Steven Tyler. So this is when he was out there with Ronnie Wood, Tom Morello, Rudy Sarzo, Chad Smith. Here is them doing Whole Lotta Love.
Okay. There we go. He looked good. He sounded awesome. So they did Train Kept a Roll, and then they went into Walk This Way, and then they did the Zeppelin cover.
Right.
Who's
so no Black
there?
Sabbath.
Who's playing guitar there?
So you had out there Andrew Watt, Rudy Sarzo, and Nuno Betancourt also.
Tom Morello.
And Tom Morello. Everyone's playing guitar.
Right.
It was like 4,000 guitars.
It was so excellent. So I woke up that morning before Tim and I hit the road, started watching this. Our friend Chris Frank Haas, who he is a representative for Hailstorm, he was out there at the festival with Hailstorm. He had texted me that morning a selfie with Steven Tyler. He's like, hey, ran into your pal, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so jealous. And I thought he was just going to be out there just taking it in. I did not expect him to come walking out on the freaking stage.
No,
I lost it.
Some of the pictures coming from there were cool. It was like, Axl Rose backstage talking to James Hetfield, and must have been a cool scene.
So it was a big
really
reunion, basically.
Yeah, it seemed like it. Like all of metal was there.
Dude, Tool sounded so good.
And
to see them during the day, went out there like pyrotechnics and light. Well, they don't do
Just
pyrotechnics.
playing.
Light show.
Like it was the 90s at
Right.
whatever.
At Lollapalooza.
Yeah.
So they did 46 and 2, Hand of Doom, which was their Sabbath contribution, and then they closed with Anima, and it was so freaking good. Pantera also came out. Jason Momoa got in the pit during Pantera's set, which I thought was cool.
He literally jumped off the stage and got into the mosh pit.
It was excellent. Slayer came out, Guns N' Roses. Axl's voice didn't sound very good.
I thought of all the acts I saw, Guns N' Roses sounded the worst.
Yeah, but Axl looked really good. Like he's lost some weight and he looked healthier. His voice just sounded like trash.
Looks like he's on the Ozempic.
Yeah, he's probably on the Ozempic. Then Metallica come out, and they had 6 songs. They did Hole in the Sky. They went through their catalog with Creeping Death, For Whom the Bell Tolls, Battery, Master of Puppets. And then it was time for Ozzy Osbourne to come out. And so here is some audio of Ozzy coming out and doing I Don't Know.
Okay, here's Ozzy.
Let the madness begin.
Yeah, so
That
Zach was
great.
out there with Pantera before, and then he came back out. And I was thinking about him. He's this big burly guy, but I don't know. I think he loves Ozzy so much, playing with him for so long. I mean, that had to have been quite emotional for him to know that this was the last time that he was going to be on stage with somebody that helped his career so much.
Yeah, I thought it was cool was that Billy Corgan from the Pumpkins was there, and him and Sharon Osbourne hate each other, or at least hated each other for a very long time. Because remember, Sharon Osbourne was the Smashing Pumpkins manager for a brief time.
Oh. Yeah.
And then they started trashing each other in the press, and it was a very bad falling out.
It was. And it's kind of cool that he was able to be there.
But she invited him, and he, apparently water under the bridge.
Yeah.
And they're all good.
It's good stuff. And then closing out the night was Black Sabbath. They did 4 songs. They started off with War Pigs. They went to NIB, Iron Man, and ended things with Paranoid. Here is some audio of Black Sabbath.
That's it. And that's the end.
Yo, he sounds good, dude.
Yeah.
He sounds
I'm
good.
impressed.
For sitting in a throne, and he's got Parkinson's, and he said he's been laid up for 6 months.
But he's been practicing and training for it, and I think that was a job well done. The thing about the live feed, because I watched it till the very end, it looks like the 3 members of Black Sabbath leave Ozzy out there. In fact, at one point you see Ozzy say, "Don't leave the effing stage." Like you can read his lips. And they left the stage, and they didn't show this on the main feed, but they came back and gave Ozzy a cake and let him have like the final moment on stage and like presented him with that. We didn't get to see that in the feed. I saw that later in like a photo that some fan took. But it was so good. And they closed out the night with fireworks. There were 40,000 people there in that stadium at Villa Park. At one point when I was on the feed watching it live, there was around 2 million people watching it live. So they raised a ton of money for those 3 charities.
And did Ozzy light the fireworks in his chair?
He didn't.
Did it not move
Back
his
up,
chair?
Terry. Back up, Ozzy.
No,
But it was really cool. Then you find out later, as Kelly Osbourne posts on Instagram the next day, that she and her longtime boyfriend, Sid Wilson, who is from Slipknot, they got engaged. Here's a little bit of the audio. He proposed to her in front of Sharon and Ozzy and their backstage crew.
You know I love you more than anything in the world. Get up, married boy, do it. It makes me happy to spend the rest of my life with you. In front of your family and all of our friends. Kelly, will you marry me?
So at the show there?
So after
Is that
this show was over.
Like a wedding where you're not supposed to propose during?
Take the focus away from the bride, but that's okay.
And that's what everybody was saying. They're like, don't take away, this is about your
I'm
dad.
sure he's fine with it.
Yeah, they have a child named Sid, and so congratulations to them. So that was kind of the big news. But also, the reunion tour for Oasis opened up on Friday and Saturday night in Wales, and they went in, they played some deep cuts. I saw just nothing but great reviews for Oasis.
They play 19, 20 songs or something like that.
Yeah,
It was 2 nights in Cardiff, Wales.
Cardiff, Wales, yes. Here's a little Wonderwall for you in case you missed it.
I mean, dude, they sounded.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Here's Wonderwall.
Dude, I saw some clips from the shows. I mean, they sounded excellent.
It does sound good.
We know how it goes.
I like that one fan that's singing slightly out of key. That's harsh.
The U.S. leg of the tour begins in Chicago on August 28th.
They're only
Maybe
playing
you're
how many
going.
shows here?
Like
Chicago.
A handful.
I think Chicago 1 night, the Meadowlands in Jersey 2 nights, and maybe 1 other place, and that's it. Then most of the stuff is in.
This is wild
England
how some of those groups from Europe are just picking a handful of U.S. dates and then back over there. Because that's what Rammstein did. Remember, they came and they played 3 spots or something, but they never
They
out.
do so well over there.
They don't got to come here.
Why spend a ton of
Why be
energy
away
and
from
time
home?
here?
Also, last week, Foo Fighters, they're continuing to celebrate their 30th anniversary, and so they put out a new song called Today's Song. I just want to play this for everybody. I don't know if everybody got to catch this.
Is this the cover?
No, this isn't the cover. This is a new song that they wrote.
Waiting for someone to repair you.
So
Nice.
there's that.
Sounds good.
Less than 2 years after its launch, TV psychologist and somebody who is a part of the government now, allegedly, Dr. Phil's Merit Steel Media Company has filed for bankruptcy with liabilities ranging from $100 million to $500 million.
Just invested everything into it.
Dang it.
Phil.
Here's a good idea. Let's all get drunk.
Okay.
That's what you got to do.
You can suck this.
He's just
Easy.
reporting.
Why don't you
He laid
ease
off
up?
40 employees last month. He's Dr. Phil or Phil McGraw is suing his broadcast partner, Trinity Broadcasting Network, alleging the company didn't provide a clear agreement on national TV distribution of Merit Steel Media shows. So there you go. Craig Robinson from The Office is allegedly retiring from comedy. He's starting some sort of small business. He had an Instagram post suggesting just that. He says, "Hey, everybody, just wanted you to hear it from me. I'm quitting comedy, but not for nothing. It's been an amazing run. Y'all have been amazing and wonderful, but I'm following something bigger. So, thank you so much. I love you, and stay tuned."
Dang.
It's a business thing, or is he?
It's a
'cause
small
he's a
business. He says, "I'm working on something huge."
Oh, he's a musician too.
I know.
Huh.
Yeah, he went to Illinois State.
Did he?
I think so.
Yeah, he's one of those people I really can't wait to meet.
Yeah, he seems like such a great person. Julian McMahon died, known for, I didn't know this person at all. I found this out on 4th of July. I'm like, who the hell is that? Julian McMahon from Nip Tuck and Charmed. He passed away 56. He had a battle with cancer. And he was most recognized for 7 seasons portraying Dr. Christian Troy on Nip Tuck.
That guy
Did you know him?
passed?
His face kind of looks familiar to me.
I don't know this guy.
I
Yeah.
watched that show back in the day, and he was in one other thing that I saw. But he always reminded me of the guy from Shark Tank, Robert.
Herkovic?
Yeah, the Russian guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? The one that came over with his parents.
Yeah. With the bowl cut.
Bowl cut.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure what you mean.
Robert's got a bowl cut, I think.
Robert Herkovic?
I don't know. Robert
Look up his hair. He kind of
looks
has like
like
a
that
Devon
haircut.
Sawa haircut.
Herkovic. Oh, Croatian. Sorry. Yeah, that guy. Don't they kind of? I mean,
Yeah, they look very similar.
It kind of looks similar. Well, he also was the Marvel villain Victor Von Doom in Fantastic Four films
man,
as
that's
well.
so sad. What a bummer.
I know. So R.I.P. Jurassic World Rebirth, the 7th film in the franchise, took a bite out of the box office with $26 million earned domestically on the July 4th weekend.
Horrible reviews.
Yeah, not so good. What'd you hear about it?
That just wasn't good.
Just slow and played out, or it just
wasn't a good movie.
Damn.
What?
The new Jurassic Park.
Really?
People are
I
excited
can't
about
believe
it,
they had
though.
a bad Jurassic Park film.
Dude, it's
They
hit, miss,
crushed
hit,
them.
miss, hit, miss.
It really is.
Way to get on the tomatoes.
Oh, man. Probably not very good.
That 1 2 ago was just a waste of time.
$147 million for the entire weekend, but it did rule the box office, even though it was kind of the lowest opening for any Jurassic Park film. In the second place was F1, the Brad Pitt race drama.
I think I may see that this weekend.
Yeah, I
I
want to
need
see
to
it
see it.
too.
Heard good
Jurassic
things.
World, 52%. Superman comes out this weekend.
Oh,
Oh,
my
yes.
gosh.
Ooh.
James Gunn?
Dude, I remember I trashed this in the beginning, and I was like, I don't want another Superman. I'm so excited now.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
totally reversed course. You guys put me in my place, and you were right, and I'm really excited now, and I hope it doesn't disappoint.
Did you see the drone footage of Superman?
I did. That
And
was
it
St.
said-
Louis, right?
Yeah,
The
but
Arch.
it
Yeah.
there was a building blocking part of it, and it just said sperm.
No, that's not true.
I saw it online. It has to
Really?
be
I
true.
saw the press release for Superman drone show at the 4th of July at the Arch.
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
I didn't see that. Wait.
Look look it up, dude. There was a building blocking some of the letters, and it just said sperm with the Superman logo, which is great. I'm
No
happy
way.
sperm's getting their day. I don't know.
There's a screening tonight of Superman
Oh yeah.
at like a press screening.
Go.
No, I'm not going.
Oh come on.
I don't want
You
to
could
go
do a
either,
review
but I do
tomorrow.
want to see it. Can I do that in my house?
No, and my son's like, hey man, you get one of those press screenings? I go, yeah.
He could be our correspondent. Send that kid out.
Yeah.
Wait, where was?
We could have your son record a review for us.
I'm like,
Did you see the drone thing, by the way?
I ain't going. What?
Did you see the drone thing? The video of the drone thing?
I did not know. I knew it was happening.
It was really cool. Like,
It is cool.
I mean, the whole drone thing is kind of neat anyway, but the way that they like revealed it, it was like a suit and tie, and then it split, and all the drones kind of lit up to make the
the Superman symbol.
So
yeah,
neat.
but
That's
like
neato.
it was a cool unveiling for sure. Oh, this is a different one. This is the Florida one. I guess they did it in every major city.
I guess so.
Yeah, it's a cool idea.
If
Yeah.
you need
I
to
like
go-
these the drone shows, and that's so hot right now.
So hot right now.
I'm gonna see this in the theater. I just
Well, go to the screening
made a
tonight.
choice. I'm sure my wife has less than zero interest. Does anyone want to go with me?
No. It's at 7 o'clock tonight.
I love you guys.
7 o'clock tonight. I'll tell you where off the air.
No, I don't.
But it's no assigned seating. You got to be there
Fend for yourself.
first.
No, thank you.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait until the second or third weekend out.
Okay.
Well, I got to find out which place first.
You'd go
If
tonight.
it's the right spot, yeah.
I'll tell you where.
Okay. You could be our correspondent.
Yeah.
Found out over the weekend as well that Michael Madsen had passed away at the age of 67.
Yes,
and this one hurt. The actor best known for his starring tough guy role in several of Quentin Tarantino's movies like Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2, The Hateful Eight, Once Upon a Time in
Mr.
Hollywood.
Blonde.
And Mr. Blonde. Here is that iconic scene of him at Reservoir Dogs.
You ever listen to K. Billy's Super Sounds of the 70s?
It's my personal favorite.
Joe Egan and Jerry Racine were a duo known as Dealer's Wheel when they recorded this Dylan-esque pop bubble gum favorite from April of 1974.
You've seen Reservoir, dude.
No, we talk about this every time.
You got to watch that
This
movie.
scene. So it's Steelers Will playing, stuck in the middle with you, and he's torturing.
Oh, okay. I was
guy.
saying because out of context, that I just zoned out.
He's like hovering around this guy, just like circling him, and he gets ready to torture him.
It's
and
a cop.
It's a perfect song for such a situation.
I don't know. I have seen the poster. I've heard people talk about it. I have heard so much about a movie that I still have zero.
It's a bank
knowledge
heist
of.
gone wrong.
Don't even tell me. Don't tell me.
go in.
You're never going to
That's
see
more
go in
information
blind
than
with
I've ever heard. I don't.
What do you mean
I am
you
going to see it.
it. When?
I'm saying like it's like a blank slate for me, and that's how I like to watch a movie.
Okay.
I need to revisit it.
I'll see it this week for you.
It's been
I don't do it for me.
Every boy I knew
do
in
it
high
for
school had a
Lern.
Do it for
Reservoir
you.
Dogs poster in their room.
You
You know,
know, like Mr. Orange and Mr.
Mr. Pink is
Mr. Pink.
Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
it's so good.
I'll watch
Well,
it.
Madsen had 346 acting credits since his career began in the 1980s. So rest in peace.
What
to him.
happened with this? Is a heart attack?
I don't think they've released a cause of
haven't
death.
said yet.
Oh no.
His sister spoke out about it, but yeah, I don't think they've.
Oh, I read
released.
somewhere heart attack, but maybe that was
Yeah,
just
because it sounded like he was
guess.
on doing pretty good from the drug thing. Like,
Yeah, they said he
Like
was
he was-
given a clean bill of health like a couple days ago from a doctor.
yeah, and he was
Sucks.
having a big resurgence, evidently. He's booked like 3 big roles that were huge movies. And,
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, he was iconic for sure. And finally, in celebration of America, UltimateClassicRock.com put out the 50 best American bands of all time. I want you guys to try and guess what you think is the number one band. And I have
Show
audio
me,
from it.
Okay, the 50 best
Yeah.
American rock bands of all time.
Yes.
So, I would think that it would be Aerosmith.
Oh,
Aerosmith is
dang.
number 5.
Okay,
Do bands
that's surprising.
do bands like E Street and Heartbreakers count?
Yeah, because if the Heartbreakers count, that's
Tom
number 1.
Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Tom
number
Petty
1.
and the Heartbreakers is number 2.
So ahead of Aerosmith.
Let me guess.
Listen, as a Tom Petty fan, a huge Tom Petty fan, I would have thought Aerosmith would have been ahead. Okay.
and
Top
now,
10.
now you're going to be upset that Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers are number 2 to Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band.
Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band did not crack the top 25.
This is a good list.
That made you
This is a good list.
All right.
What?
Show me the Beach Boys.
The Beach Boys is the number 1
Yeah.
band
Great job.
from the
Yes,
United
yes.
States.
This is a good
of
list.
Followed by the Monkees.
Is this just the Beach Boys?
Yeah, just you can end it now. What else do you think is on this list?
Doobie Brothers.
Show me Metallica.
Metallica is number 16 in the top
Show
25.
me Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses is number 17.
Show me the Eagles.
Eagles number 9.
So,
Golly, you got it covered.
So, are we out of the top 5? What are we missing?
3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 10.
3.
3.
Alabama, sir.
No, that's country, isn't it?
These are rock bands.
These are rock
Leonard
bands.
Skinner?
That's rock
Skinner,
to me,
yeah, good
baby.
call. Skinner.
Leonard Skinner is number 20.
That's
ZZ
a
Top.
That's a country band too.
Oh,
ZZ Top is number 18.
You
No.
consider
You guys
Skinner
are
a country
really-
band?
Are you kidding me?
No.
That's it's
Are
a
you
southern
kidding
rock
me?
band.
Southern rock band.
Well, what do you think Southern rock is?
Well,
Leonard
that's a
Skinner.
whole
Country.
nother-
Ozark
that's a
Mountain
whole nother-
Daredevils,
Drunk
dude.
ass country, man.
It's
I
a
tell you.
whole nother genre.
I just came from there, man.
Yeah,
Muscle
right.
Shoals is rock and roll and country.
All right.
I guess Nirvana.
Nirvana, number 14.
Number 3. We're missing number 3.
3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10.
3 and 4. Okay, can you give us a hint?
Pearl Jam.
This is a band that is iconic to this show. That technically shouldn't be on this list, but because of its lead singer and because of its bassist is on the list.
Singer and bassist.
Yeah.
Near and dear to our show.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Every week
Van Halen.
Van Halen, yes. Van Halen is number 3.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Number 4 is a older band that the lead singer, probably the most well-known component of the band, still touring today. Some of the most iconic music.
Styx.
Tina Turner has done covers of this band.
Creedence.
Creedence Clearwater Revival is number 4. Number 6 on this list, one of the 27 Club's members, unfortunately.
The Doors.
The Doors, number 6.
Moon's
Number
favorite.
6.
Number 7 is a band that is in talks of reuniting this year. Kind of an avant-garde band.
Talking Heads.
Talking Heads is number 7. Number 8 is a band that got their fame in the late 80s and early 90s. I don't believe they still go. Actually, they did get back together for like a couple of one-off shows earlier this year. The Point plays some of their music. Keishi plays some of it. It kind of went through alternative, classic, and pop radio genres. Very digestible 90s music.
Spin.
Tears for Fears.
No. Think
Creed.
No. Go older. 80s. 80s. Late 80s.
Late 80s.
The lead singer.
REO Speedwagon.
Green
just throwing
Jelly.
stuff out.
No,
Just throwing stuff out.
it's digestible. It's got to be some sort of new wave
Foreigner.
alternative.
No, it's not
crossover.
classic rock.
Not classic.
New wave alternative crossover.
It's like a classic alternative
Police.
band. No.
Like the Police is from England, man.
Not all of them.
No,
The Bangles.
They may have formed here.
it's Copeland from here.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, very digestible.
They've had a lot of hits.
A lot of hits.
It's like it's
They're in the
like-
same vein as like
it's
Collective Soul. And Live.
Oh, Goo Goo Dolls.
No.
Creed.
No.
I said Creed.
I know, but I mean, you
Think
just
of like
Collective
early
Soul is the
90s
most.
music that was on the radio, both on the Point and like,
Stone Temple.
I don't know, the
Including
river.
the Blowfish.
No, but in that vein.
Yeah.
Oh,
Blues
I see.
Traveler,
Dave Matthews.
Dave
Like
Dave
Tonic
Matthews,
Gin
great.
Dave
Blossoms.
Matthews, no.
You're just talking about like
Soul
flat.
Live.
You're talking about flat
This
stuff,
is just
right?
flat
Like
stuff that it's
adult
it's good.
contemporary.
People that love this band love this band and like will say like this is the best. It's
What?
Man.
How
It's
are we
three.
doing
It's
this? I'm enjoying this.
Abbreviated letters.
REM.
REM.
Oh,
Number 8. And then
yeah.
number 10 on the list is Simon and Garfunkel.
REM.
Also honorable mention: Steely Dan, Sly and the Family Stone, the Allman Brothers, Soundgarden, Grateful Dead, the Cars, Birds, Ramones.
REM is great.
I'm surprised the
Yeah.
Ramones didn't make this.
Yeah, they did. Number 15.
they
REM.
did.
Have you ever seen REM?
Not
No,
live.
I kind of wish I did.
You know
though.
what? And it's one of those bands you go, man, they got some good songs.
If
And
REM
They do have some
always-
great
I always
songs.
forget
Listen,
about
if
them.
REM had played it right, they were our Oasis. They could have been and should have been our Oasis, but I don't think Stipe had any interest in any of it. But you know what I mean? Like they had all these singles, great live band, pretty artistic actually, but flat and adult and contemporary, like you said, like digestible.
Digestible.
But still artistic at the same time.
Right.
They're kind of our Oasis, and had they played it right, they'd be playing stadiums right now.
I just didn't think they wanted to.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean.
That's
I don't
crazy.
think I'm not sure they wanted anything. I think Michael
Also-
Stipe wanted to do his thing.
I think Michael Stipe was in a promo video for the Rocky Horror Picture Show that used to play at the Tivoli back in like the 80s. He was just randomly in it. I think it was Michael Stipe. And so I always think of that when I think of REM. Because I mean, I liked them, but I just like the hits. I didn't ever dive deep into
Thank you,
them.
Sean, for sending us the picture, by the way. The Superman under the logo,
Yeah.
under the arch. The Superman logo under the arch. It's the courthouse that's covering
really does say that.
I want to see this.
covering the U.
Thank you.
So it looks like sperm.
Hello, St. Louis.
That's beautiful.
All right. Birthdays.
Celebrity celebrating a birthday today. Ringo Starr is 85 years old. Got to lead it off with that. Dylan Sprayberry, that's Scott's Beta Liam on Teen Wolf, is 27. Maddie Marlowe from Maddie and Tay is 30. Ashton Irwin, 5 Seconds of Summer drummer, is 31. Allie Brooke from Fifth Harmony is 32. Eve Hewson, that's Bono's daughter, is 34. Sinister Gates from Avenged Sevenfold is 44. Michelle Kwan is 45. Cree Summer, Freddie on a Different World, also an Inspector Gadget. The Rugrats and Drawn Together is 56. Jim Gaffigan comedian, is 59. Billy Campbell, the leader of the CDC team sent to the Arctic to control the outbreak of sci-fi's Helix, and is also in The Rocketeer. Do you remember The Rocketeer?
Sure.
Billy Campbell is 66. Joey Scarberry sang the theme to The Greatest American Hero is 70.
fair.
And Doc Severinsen is 98.
Doc
years
Severinsen,
old.
that's Johnny Carson's band
That's
leader,
right.
right?
He was the band leader for 25 years on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson and is now 98 years old. Congratulations, Doc Severinsen.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Lena Ramone, and today's birthday girl has been in 431 fine films. That's a lot of movies. She was in 72 Cheerleader Orgy, 75 Nurse Orgy, The Adventures of Buck Naked 2, The Adventures of Nurse Lick 10, The Chunky Girls Club 2, The House on Horny Hill, Parking in the Rear 2, and who could forget a role in 2004's Crack Whores of the Tenderloin.
Wow.
Lena Ramone is
goodness.
49 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on
A
celebrity.
couple people texting in over on the Schreier Air text line saying that Michael Stipe, Collinsville Zone.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Oh,
that.
really?
We can
thought he's
Yeah, he
from
lived,
Georgia.
he lived for a while there.
live for a while there. It was from there.
I think he went to high school.
Oh, so we can say.
So they're not, aren't they
St. Louis'
Georgian?
own.
Or
Athens, Georgia. I think they went to school there.
Hence why he was in the Tivoli video. Because he was like
so if
wearing
you want
a
to look at the
Casey
history,
shirt.
I know he's got roots in Collinsville.
Very cool.
St. Louis' own.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another thing, I guess this metro area can claim, huh?
St.
Yeah.
Ipe.
We got to take what we can get. Okay.
Iced tea, not the rapper, but the drink.
Gooey butter cake, ice cream, Michael Stipe.
Toast ravioli and Michael Stipe. Good. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with your sexy time fun facts. Have you been cookie jarred? I'll tell you what that is. A new trend, women not wearing makeup on first dates. The perfect male body type.
You're welcome.
And what one surgical procedure is more popular than breast augmentation? We'll chop it up next. So a new poll looked at the most popular summer activities. And number one on this list involves food, but not the grill. So what is the most popular summer activity?
Eating dips.
Eating dips. No,
bad.
did not make the
Oh,
top 10.
Dang
Eating
it.
watermelon.
Did not make the top 10. What is America's favorite summertime thing to do?
Involving food, but not grilling.
Not the grill.
So ice cream.
Show me ice cream. Yes,
Wow.
it is ice cream.
Very
Thanks.
good.
Eating
Had to
ice
go
cream or
deep there in my
popsicles.
brain.
Yes, number one.
Yeah.
60% love it. 35% like it. Only 1% say they hate eating ice cream during the
What's
summer.
wrong with you people?
We had a whole bunch of ice cream. We kept going to this place. It's like a mini golf place, and they have ice cream and Dole Whip. And I had it, and I was like, "This is great." And then it's not because
Yeah,
It's
but
only good on vacation.
Who
right?
says, like, all right, dude, you like eating ice cream? I hate it.
Lactose intolerant people.
I
But
guess so.
there's
But
so many alternatives
but
now.
you ask me 2 hours after ice cream, I'll tell you I hate it.
Yeah, but
It's-
you love it at the time.
It's that one thing where I never crave ice cream. I'll crave Andes
Yeah.
frozen custard, but not ice cream. Except
It's
on
the same
vacation,
thing.
then it's fine.
It's
on
the-
vacation, it's okay.
Ice cream and it's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
Custard
is.
is.
It's the same thing. It's the
You
same.
go beat Andes with anything
man,
else.
when's
It's
the-
the same thing.
When's the last time you had an ice cream cake
I love ice cream.
from
cake.
DQ?
I like the little crunchies, the
Me
little
too. Little
chocolate
crust.
crunchies.
Jelly bars or whatever.
I like the thick ice cream cake icing, you know? Because it's different than whatever the ice cream
Yeah.
is. Mm-hmm. Gosh, that's good.
What are the little crunchy things inside the cake that
It's like frozen cake pieces.
is
Oreo,
it?
right?
I think
Or-
so.
Is it Oreos? Like crushed up Oreos? Something
Something
that
like that.
separates the layers. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, man.
What?
Go
Separates
right
the
now.
la-
Leave
Is it
work.
like fondant or something? They put
No,
in
it's
between?
it's in the cake.
It's like dirt. It's like the most delicious dirt you'll ever
Oh
eat.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a cookie crust.
Yeah,
dust.
Yeah, it's like
what is it?
Oreo.
It's magical.
Yeah, I think it is
I
just
think
an
it's just a
Oreo dusting.
knockoff
I love it.
Oreo.
So the most popular summer activities in order: eating ice cream or popsicles, going on vacation, grilling, road trips, going to the beach, hiking, swimming in a pool, stargazing. School for 3 seconds. Watching fireworks and having a picnic.
I do love a picnic. You guys go?
Nah.
Oh, come on.
I don't like eating on the ground.
I got a really cool picnic blanket, and I do like eating on the ground. I'm a ground dweller.
You're the best.
You screamed it as if she's supposed to know. I mean, that's one of my rules.
I don't like. Who likes eating on the ground?
I do.
Why?
I get all curled up.
I'm
curled up right now.
As long as I get food, I don't mind where it's at.
I guess if at picnic tables, and I don't.
You can lay like freaking Tom Selleck or Burt Reynolds
you can
on
never
the
get
ground.
Comfortable.
No,
like we go to those.
I'm with him on that. You cannot get comfortable.
It's because you guys
I'm
aren't
not
flexible. Okay,
Yes.
then that's fine. That's an excuse.
And you know what?
I
used to
feel
go
like
to Food Truck Friday. Do they still do those Food Truck
Yeah,
Fridays?
Tower
in
Grove Park. Yeah, of course.
And you go and you get your, you set up your blanket. You got the lawn chair.
So
and
romantic.
You're eating either on the ground or sitting in a lawn chair.
I love
it is pain.
It's just not comfortable.
I got to eat in pain if I'm on the ground.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun though. Whenever you're at the botanical gardens watching the band play, and
Yeah, that's when I used to do it, and that's when I realized I can't do this anymore.
dang, you guys are.
It's just not
stretch.
enjoyable. And the blanket gets all ruffled and.
But that's the best thing. You can shake it out. The
Yeah.
crumbs go everywhere.
I know you shake it out and then
Start
you
making
get your
out with
cheese
your
board.
person.
I don't know.
Sweet.
Sounds
I don't
like
know
a
how-
nightmare to me.
Yeah. I want to be inside. All right, let's do this. Yeah, nothing like your kids going, want to have a picnic, Dad? And you go, nah. I don't like eating on the floor. Sex on Fun Facts, sponsored by.
Patricias were fun and fantasy meet.
So, got a big first date, huh, coming up? Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe try not getting ready for it.
Go on.
Because a hot new dating trend for women is to show up for the first date without doing their hair and makeup.
You know
This
what?
is dumb.
No, it's not.
Yes,
this
it is.
This is great because you know
Get
what?
outta here.
Imagine this. Let me set the scene. You're out at Pasta House. You're using a coupon to buy your, first
To go
date
on your
dinner.
first meal?
Yeah.
Together?
And she arrives. You've never met before, and she arrives sans makeup.
Ugh.
Now you know. Whereas if she's all dolled up and contouring,
Put some effort into it. This is.
you can still put effort into it, but you
We're
don't have to
we're
do your
labeling
makeup.
something and calling it trendy when it's just lazy.
You know who you can blame is Pam Anderson for this because she's done, and Alicia Keys. They both did the no makeup in Hollywood thing.
The
for a
whole
long
thing is
time.
here's the real me. Take it or leave it.
You guys don't want us all maked up, or you don't want us all made down. So I mean, you want.
No, I
It
want
could
you
be
all made up.
shocking though, because you're gonna send, they're gonna look at your Instagram. You're like, everything's perfect looking on there.
Right.
Your hair's perfect, and then you show up and it's like, whoa, what
Whoa,
is that
Like
thing?
Rumpelstiltskin. Yeah.
Ew, yuck.
Okay. Let's,
Okay, then it's over.
Ugh.
Because you're going to see her without makeup eventually. Why no?
hang on. Let's flip it for a second. What if I decide on my first date, we've decided we're going to go somewhere nice. Now I'm going to show up,
Dressed like Adam Sandler.
with basketball shorts and
That's different. This woman still has good clothes on. She just doesn't have her makeup and hair
says
all crazy.
No hair, no makeup.
That's fine. That's what I mean. I
It's
look
not
like
fun.
that today.
You know what? I'm putting some effort in to clean myself up.
I'm going to come disheveled, unshaven, ratty T-shirt, like in my pajamas, because that's what you're basically
You're acting
saying.
like a ratty T-shirt is an equivalent to not wearing makeup. Like some women just don't wear makeup.
Well, there is no equivalent because we don't wear makeup. So it's a false equivalency regardless. I'm trying to at least find some of the common ground of me putting an effort towards it. And I'm not saying that
Some women don't wear makeup, and that's fine.
Right,
But
yeah.
this is an effort to not be. This is another test.
right. This isn't
is
about
another
the makeup.
test.
That's
This
what it
isn't
is,
about
it's
the
a
makeup.
test.
This is about the.
This is a
lack of-
test. Another test.
You know what I was reading this weekend was we are entering a decade or whatever, an era of nonchalance where people aren't giving a crap about anything. Like, we don't want to go the extra effort to text and tell somebody you like them or be vulnerable. Everybody's just being nonchalant. And this is another example of
This
that.
is a problem.
Where we're going okay, we're not putting any effort, like you're saying, into the first date by wearing makeup or having our hair all done up, right? But I mean,
I'm being lazy, and now I'm going to be called out on being lazy. But
this is
it's a trend.
But I thought some
It's a-
guys
it's a
like when
trend.
girls don't wear makeup.
Yeah, for sure. But this is we're raising an issue here because this is someone making an effort to do something. This is like weird rebellion. Weird.
No.
It's a weird rebellion.
Yeah, it's that, and it's also like this stupid. We got to test everybody.
It's like, dude, just
I got to be on my toes all the time.
Yeah,
I
just
can
be
never let my
comfortable.
guard down.
Just be comfortable, be you, and don't make
But this is
everything a
her.
test for everybody
Like,
else.
okay, like let's say I want to make sure you like me for me because this after we get done making the love and like I'm washing my face, I'm gonna look entirely different than when I have eyeliner on. Wouldn't you rather see? Okay. Wouldn't you rather see
I looked
what
right
a
in the eyes
chick
when I
looks
did
like?
that.
I know it's terrible.
We're gonna,
No, I agree. I understand.
I know what you're
Like,
saying.
let me say this: I
know
come in
what you're
here
saying.
whenever I don't wear makeup. Like, it's very rare. I have eyeliner. Or I have makeup done today. I have worn no makeup to work, and people will come up to me and be like, "Are you feeling okay?"
What? Who
Yes.
does
That
that?
to you.
People in
apologize.
the hall.
Who says that? Nobody says that.
Oh yes, they have. So this is what
I'll take
women
things
got to
that
deal
didn't
with.
happen, Alex, for $500.
And I will match you
Oh
that
my
and give you the freaking tape.
Pull the
my
tape.
goodness.
Pull the tape. Have it in the break room one time.
Well, you can get away with
And I've
saying
never
that.
not worn makeup to work since.
Really?
Yes. Women
Somebody
get
said
asked,
that?
"Are you feeling okay?"
Well, it happens to us too. If we come in looking disheveled, like we'll get a, "Hey man, you holding up all
Is
right?"
everything okay at
Yeah.
home?
Okay,
I
there
mean,
was a
that-
guy
that
that used to work
happens.
here. In fact, there was a couple fellas that used to work here.
Okay.
That I would think slept in their car.
Okay, but here's the thing.
And I would comment.
Yeah, and one comments when you're concerned because you see something different than the usual. You know that they're always talking about that. Like, watch this person and see how they deviate from their normal behavior, and that's like a sign of this or a sign of that. That's where people are concerned. It's not that you're not wearing makeup; it's that you look different than you typically do. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the people that don't that wear very light makeup or whatever that are going out to a date, fine. But somebody that does it normally and then wants to put somebody to a test and go out and looking like
That's
they
my point.
just
My
got out of
point-
the pool.
My point is the whole test thing. Let me be comfortable. Let's all be comfortable here without games. Like, let me just be myself, have a good conversation. If we connect that way, great. But now I got to be on everything's a test.
I agree. That sucks.
Am I being tested? Are you saying
Just
this?
be cool.
Is there an ulterior motive to what path we're going down?
Right. Well, maybe that is something that's an insecurity a woman has where it's like, oh man, like he's going to see my pock marks. I better get this out in the open now. Cause maybe she's like, I don't want to hide anything. I don't want to, maybe she's looking real
But
haggard.
if you're doing a dinner, is it different than if you're going out for a hike or something? 'Cause
Dude,
a hike's no big deal, but
Right. Yeah. Like that would be perfect. Nobody wants to clog their pores with foundation on a hike. But I mean, when I go home and I put my Adam Sandler outfit on, which is exactly what I do in the evenings, because I do have my husband's basketball shorts on and an oversized t-shirt. You know, Tim, he's always somebody that's like, I love you without makeup. Now he's a liar. Okay. Because dude, don't even get me started on what's going on underneath here. Okay. I look like, know the movie The Witches with Angelica Houston? That's what's up. When they take their wigs off. This is, and I commend some women going, you know what? This is just what I am. And if you don't like me at this,
So
I guess.
again, this whole trend of women not wearing makeup on first dates. It's supposed to be here's the real me, take it or leave it. It's supposed to filter out the jerks and help you zero in on the ones who actually like you for you.
Okay, so here's what happens. You
Plus,
finally-
guys can get ready for a date in a minimum of 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, and then
So
you.
why should women have to spend an hour?
Well, then you find a guy who really likes you with no makeup, and then when you wear makeup, he's gonna be like,
There you go.
What the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't like you.
well,
I
that
don't
could be
want
it
this."
too, you know?
Why mask your beauty?
What you should do is just like a tinted moisturizer, ladies, okay? And maybe like a little mascara and go out that way. And then call it no makeup because that's how I roll. That's good. That's a
That's
good in
fair.
between.
It's just the games. Like,
I know. Stop with the games. Care about. I don't know. I don't like what's going on with the young people and the dating. I feel bad for everybody. There's so many games, and it's a lot of headache, and nobody's being vulnerable, and everybody's just a douchebag.
You know why?
Sucks.
I think that the advent of this whole, everything is a game. Everything's a test. It's because there's so many options now with the dating apps. Now I think the pool's a lot bigger than what it used to be.
I don't like that, and my sister does this. I'm going to call her ass out. She's on the apps, and she will, with her girlfriends, like, screenshot guys And they will address like what's wrong with them. And I think that's really mean. I'm like, some of these people don't know what they're doing. And they're probably nice guys, but they just suck at creating a profile. I don't think you need to, and I'm sure men do that to women too, but this is the only experience and exposure to that sort of thing I've had. And I'm just like, that's so mean to do that to
the
people.
screenshot. So your sister's like, look at this loser.
Idiot.
Look at this loser.
But she's also
just trying to
But that's the kind of guy.
find a life partner.
That's the kind of guy you probably want to date because he's
no, you don't want
not a player.
He's being
Let's not-
himself.
Let's not go that far.
He's being the real him.
HVAC
right,
guy,
and
making
she's
a ton of
finding
money.
a problem, but that's fine. It's just swipe right or left or whatever it is, if you don't like them. But they put it up, they like make a PowerPoint out of it and have like wine nights and like
Just to make fun of these dudes?
just go look at all of them do. Like this is the pastime for young people.
And finally put myself out there.
And I love her very much and I want her to find her person, but I don't know if this is the right way to go about it.
Well,
I don't like making fun of ugly people.
the only apps I'm on are Loaded Nachos because...
Tell me more.
All right, well, so according to a brand new study, the dad bod is officially the hottest look for men right now.
Yeah.
It's back, huh? We hear this every time.
What does the dad bod entail? Like, what do you mean?
Forget
like
those
No
sculpted
makeup.
abs you see in the movies. Turns out women are swooning over guys with a little extra softness. Some love handles to grab onto. So here's how the researchers figured it out. They showed people from China, Lithuania, and the UK a bunch of photos of guys with all kinds of body types, face blurred. So it was all about the body. And guess who came out on top? The guys with a BMI between 23 and 27. That's not super skinny, not super ripped, just somewhere comfy in the middle. And in the UK, the perfect BMI was a little higher.
All right.
So I'd be so hot in the UK, right?
Dang.
Yeah.
This is hilarious.
We're all going to England.
Scientists say this look might actually signal better survival skills and reproductive health.
Yeah.
In other words, that extra bit of squish, total turn on. Huh, ladies?
It is until they're standing next to a guy that's ripped and shredded. And they're like, well, that is kind of nice.
I like a man with a little
dad
meat
bod.
on his bones.
What is that? Is that like a safety thing where you're like, he's not going to play. He's not going to be out there playing around.
I just don't want to be bigger than the guy. Like, I'm 5'3", I weigh 128. Like Tim is in really great shape. He goes to the gym literally every day. The dude's a freaking machine. And I love that, and he takes good care of himself. But whenever he was like training for his triathlons and stuff, he leaned out, because he was running so much and just like working so hard. And I was like, I am the protector of this family now, because he was so leaned out. That's how I felt.
And he felt safe.
I feel safe now. Like he's beefed up and stuff. But he's not like ripped. He has a belly and he's got the dad bod. Maybe I guess I don't know if that's what you call it. But
No, dad bod is he got the gut.
he doesn't have a beer gut or anything like that.
Right. Well, listen, maybe maybe we head over to the plastic surgeon and we get a little something done.
Yeah.
A lip, a little tuck.
Who, you?
I don't know.
Oh,
So let's talk about what's really trending in the world of looking and feeling your best. According to the new numbers put out from the American Society of Plastic Surgery, breast augmentation, a boob job, has finally been bumped from the top spot of popularity as far as plastic surgery goes. What beat
Deflated.
out?
the butts.
What beat out boob jobs?
Brazilian butts.
No. I got something on that.
Okay, put a pin in that.
Well, what counts?
It's got to be
Does cutting have to be involved?
Well, I mean, you go to surgery. I mean,
Nose
you go,
jobs?
Is it ripping and tearing?
Nose jobs, no, not even in the top 5.
Well, give me pecs.
No.
Not even in the top 5.
People
Last year, 2024,
Adding a double chin.
349,728 people got this done.
Tummy tucks.
Tummy tuck is different than this.
Nose
But this is something
sculpting?
similar.
Liposuction.
lipo.
Liposuction
You know
is
what?
the number one
It-
plastic surgery procedure.
It was, whatever in my mind until, and I think it's very different now. But I saw some, remember early on they had some surgery shows or something like that. Like we're talking early 2000s, late 90s.
Where they show it being done.
Yes, dude. And I'm like,
skeeved out even thinking about
my
it.
skin is crawling.
Is it
now.
the wand? Like
Yeah, it's like a. It's like
you ever see how it's done?
No.
Oh,
I don't watch
do
those
not.
videos. I can't do
Do
it.
not.
Oh, it's
you know what I'm
crazy. I know
talking
what you're
about?
talking about.
Dude, it
When you
kind
see
of
the skin
ruined me.
move?
Stop it.
I know.
looks-
I
It's
think
Fight
probably
Club,
saw-
right?
we
Gotta
probably
stop
saw the
it.
same video.
We saw the same thing, dude. It was
Fight
some
Club.
No, it was some show.
No, Fight Club is the aftermath of it.
This is like,
Yeah, but you see, okay.
This was like 2000 or 2001. It was like
where they
it was
cut
like
you
a
open
reality
and they-
show, and it showed this gal, and she
It's just
went
little
in.
holes,
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
was like
and it's almost violent.
yes, it did look violent. It really
But I think it's
Can't do it.
gotten
my emotions
better because at the beginning it was you get it done, but then it would be sections would be kind of lumpy and
Oh man,
No,
it wasn't
no,
perfectly
it's-
so
smooth.
far, so far. With
yeah, they got
advancements.
it. They got it down. Like I mean, it's a very effective treatment, shall we say?
But liposuction has beaten out breast augmentation as far as
Wow.
plastic surgery procedures.
That's crazy. Listen, I've had a lot of surgeries and things, and most of them, like the last major one I had was my knee. And if you watch, and I looked at that surgery up to watch the video, it's one of the few that I could kind of watch and be interested in. But normally, you don't want to watch what's going to be done to your body. You don't want that.
No.
Yeah, I'm telling you, just don't do it. The knee one was fascinating to me just because my knee exploded, and I kind of wanted to know what was happening inside.
So 349,728 liposuctions, 306,196 breast augmentations, 171,000 tummy tucks, 154,000 breast lifts, and then 120,000 eyelid surgeries. That's the top 5.
I know somebody that's got an eyelid surgery because her eyelids were sagging and
My
they're
mom
actually
had hers
impeding.
done.
Yeah, it's kind of out of all of that, I would say maybe not the most invasive, right? I mean, everything else on that list sounds insane.
All right, now I got the minimally invasive treatments. So obviously your Botox is number 1. How many Botox procedures were done last year?
Oh my lord!
geez.
Like one for every person in this country.
Can you guess? Can you give a roundabout number?
I'm gonna do like I don't know. I'm bad at this. 200 million.
yeah, because
oh, that's way.
Are you-
200
It's 10 million.
Oh.
I mean, that's a lot.
Dang.
I'm going to say 10 million.
10
yeah, 10 million's a great guess.
So about 10 million Botox or similar injections last year. What's a HA filler? Do you know what that is?
HA filler.
Hyaluronic acid filler.
It makes you look funny.
Oh, does that like pop out wrinkle? Oh no, that's what Botox
so.
does. No, I don't know what that is.
About 5 million of those done. Then you got the peels, the skin peels.
Sounds nice.
Almost 4 million of those. Laser hair removal, about 3 million of those. Lip injectables, 1.5 million of those.
I hate watching the videos of those.
Why?
I just don't like the needle going in and just like their lips just plump up, and they look like. I imagine it's quite sore. I have a ton of friends that have gotten it done, and they gotta have the cooling gel on their lips because it just hurts so badly.
Really?
Yeah. But they look, eventually looks great.
Now, you've all heard about the Brazilian butt lift, right? Mm-hmm. So, Scott, describe a Brazilian butt lift.
It's where you go and you make your rear end look very, very large, and you kind of look like a horse if you're standing normal.
Okay.
Right?
I mean, I guess some people would have horse ass, but for the
some
most
of-
part,
Is it all of a sudden
good.
your back, like, it's weird. You got like the horse bend all of a sudden in your back. And
Yeah, there is like this one particular shot of Stimpy from Ren and Stimpy. where-
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking
You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
I know.
Yes.
I was just watching Ren and
When I
Stimpy.
when I see
his
got
back
little-
is like
Right,
arched,
but it's like a-
curved
Yeah,
the other way.
when he puts his little hand on his head.
And he's got cheeks.
oh,
yeah,
yes.
like
so
big
cute.
cheeks. I
the best.
envision that anytime I see somebody with one of those kind of botched. I won't even say botched, but
There it is.
because that's what they want.
Yeah,
See,
they,
the
give me
bend.
that big booty.
So the Brazilian butt
That's
lift.
the bend.
It's all the rage for sculpting that, that curvy silhouette. It's the, Kardashian ass.
Yeah.
But there's a side effect that that people are talking about.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Your toots are louder.
You're in the ballpark.
Oh, nice.
Get out of here.
Harder to.
That's
harder to
impossible.
That
poop.
canyon, it just echoes in a canyon for a
No,
while.
there's
Something on the toilet?
there's a phenomenon called the BBL smell.
Ew.
Oh, no.
BBL.
So BBL is Brazilian butt lift.
Okay. I was
So
like,
the
wow.
BBL smell. And doctors say some patients are noticing a musty or a sour odor.
Wow.
Especially
cool.
after sweating or sitting
Wow.
for long periods of time.
Bummer.
Bummer indeed. So your ass smells like ass.
I don't like it.
So what's causing this? A few things are causing this stinky situation. If too much fat is injected and the tissue dies, it's a process called fat necrosis. It can lead to a rancid smell.
Oh, man.
Well, you got to ruin this for
Yeah,
everybody.
you're selling-
I mean, now
selling
we
it.
got to know this. We're going to see Kim Kardashian online in a gorgeous bikini with that big, beautiful butt. And now
But
we're
is
going
that
to only
natural?
think about sour smells.
Is that is her? Is she natural?
I don't know. If you look at old photos of Kim K before she was way famous, when she was like Paris Hilton's assistant, she, but everybody's booties grow. I mean, I come from a long lineage of big bootied women. So I think over time, if, you pop a couple of kids out and your butt gets huge.
A
God
long
bless it.
lineage.
So they're saying not cleaning thoroughly after using the bathroom can lead to bacteria growth, adding some unwanted funk to your trunk.
All right.
When you say a long lineage, who in the family, how far back do the
Well,
big butts go?
you know,
Confirmed.
I have seen old photos.
My
of, like,
mom's ass is big.
great-great-grandma.
My mom's ass
Yeah.
is big. My mom's ass is big.
No, but
My
in
mom's
all
got a
honesty-
cute big
Dad's
old
got a
butt.
big one.
My
Dad's got a
grandma,
big
her
ass.
mom had a big old butt.
My great-great-great-grandmother
you just
had
keep
a
going back, like
giant dumper.
Yeah, I would say like going back to like the 1800s where the big booty came from.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Wow.
God bless it all.
Huh.
So
Yeah,
yes,
my
there's
grandma had a great tutor.
there is this thing called the BBL smell, and it's gross. So before you book that, before you book that Brazilian butt lift, just remember, sometimes a little extra junk in your trunk comes with a little extra funk.
Well,
So silly.
Yikes.
Golly,
Is it
that
worth it?
So worth it.
are guys getting big butts?
No.
Don't lie. Well, you can't.
What are guys doing plastic surgery wise? The pecs,
Maybe some lipo.
maybe some lipo.
Maybe we're getting our pecs sculpted.
Bigger
It's definitely a
weenuses.
female industry for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Now let's talk about the latest dating trend that's got people thinking. It's called cookie jarring. Does anybody know what cookie jarring is?
You're stealing.
Relationship pros are calling it a disgusting move. Cookie jarring.
Cookie jarring. Okay, so
Wait, so ask the question again one more time.
What is cookie jarring?
it's okay. So
It's
this,
a
dating term.
It's a dating term.
So it's where you're being secretive about dating a second person. You're going off on little dates, coming back.
Again, you're in the ballpark.
maybe is it just having a whole bunch of cookies in the jar and then you take one out and take a bite and then you
Yeah.
put it back and then you take somebody.
It's like having somebody on the back burner.
but you have multiple.
I thought this was called bench warming. Get your terms straight, America.
So somebody keeps you on the back burner as their backup piece while they chase somebody else. Basically, you're the cookie in the jar they reach for if their first choice crumbles. That's cookie jarring.
She's a real Keebler.
Yeah, that's bench warming. That's
Well, I
all
don't
the
know.
other things.
Is that bench warming?
I don't know.
Bench
So
warming
what's
is
bench warming?
Bench warming is like you keep somebody kind of on the side waiting. It's essentially the same.
Okay, let's
Like compare cookie jarring to bench warming.
what's the difference between bench
Bench warming
warming
dating.
Let's see.
and cookie?
Situation where somebody keeps a potential romantic partner as an option without committing to a serious relationship.
That's benching.
Bench warming, yeah.
Bench warming. Okay. 5 signs you're being benched. Avoids making plans. Keeps tabs. Mismatched words and actions. Is intentionally vague. Breadcrumbs. Cushioning and cookie jarring. Cushioning and cookie jarring is similar to benching, but these terms apply to somebody who you're already dating. Someone who's cushioning might be dating you and lots of other people at the same time, cushioning their fall if a primary interest doesn't work out. Somebody who's cookie jarring might not be dating lots of people, but they may be dating you while still exploring their options.
This says, so bench warming is passive with minimal effort to maintain a connection. Cookie jarring is more active with deliberate efforts to keep somebody available as a fallback.
What I guess I'm just, as somebody who hasn't dated for so long, is there just strict dating anymore? Like, we're just dating. There's no weird new age terminology.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, for lame people.
You're just dating. You're just kind of seeing somebody, maybe having sex, nothing serious, but I'm also dating this other person. You just don't hear the term just, I'm just dating people.
All right, so throw in breadcrumbing.
Oh, Lord.
That's another term.
It used to be dating and going steady.
Right.
Yep. That's what my parents would always talk about.
That's right.
Benching. Okay.
Yeah.
Cookie jarring. Breadcrumbing. What?
Need a glossary for this word.
What?
What was breadcrumbing again?
I don't know.
You lead somebody on.
So
I
they come
guess
back
so.
to you quicker.
Right, but are there multiples in this case, or is this just...
I think that'd just be one off type of thing, like just stringing somebody along.
Listen, I deserve to be somebody's main course, okay?
That's right.
Not a rainy day treat.
That's right. Everybody deserves that.
That's
I got,
right.
I got more Reese's Pieces. Like
E.T..
Like E.T. and Elliot.
So how do you know if you're being cookie jarred? If your situation feels stuck and neutral, or you only get attention when it's convenient for them, you might be a backup snack.
You might be a redneck.
Experts say cookie jarring is bad for everyone involved. It messes with your self-esteem and leaves you wondering why things aren't moving forward. Victims of this trend have called it gross, selfish, and disgusting.
It also makes you wonder, like, man, how am I so cool? Got all these ladies.
Well, I think it's more on the other side here.
Oh.
I don't want to be cookie jarred.
No, yeah, no.
I want to do the cookie.
Yeah, that
Not be cookie jarred. Dumb. All right, let's take a break. All right, we'll come back with some misconnections. O'Fallon, Missouri, Town and Country, Collinsville, Belleville, and Kirkwood. Looking for love? We might have it for you. Finishing up Sexy Tom Fun Facts. All right, Lern, question for you.
Yeah.
If you found out that Tim was talking to an OnlyFans girl, was a subscriber to her page and was spending money on an OnlyFans girl and was chatting with her, would you consider it cheating?
No.
You wouldn't.
I wouldn't. I mean, I'm not okay
I would tell
with
you,
it.
my wife
Absolutely.
100% would.
I don't consider it cheating. I would just be like, what the hell's going on? Like, I don't know if that's in the same vein as him going out and having sex with another woman.
You know, flirty messages, she's sending pictures over.
Right.
emotional
It would be very
connection.
hard to deal with, and I'd be like, what is actually going on?
Huh.
I wouldn't consider that cheating, though. Like, I think cheating is a physical act. You know, you're sleeping with somebody, you make out with somebody, whatever.
Would Mallory think it's cheating?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what she would think. I mean, I know that she would not be happy.
Right.
100% would not be happy. Just like Lern. I'm not sure if she would think
It's like a
cheating.
different
I don't-
subgenre
I
or
think
something.
my wife would.
It's a gray area. I don't want to
Yeah.
speak for her, but it's a gray area. And like, you know, emotionally speaking,
Yeah.
and you know, like biblically speaking and everything, like it's over the line, like clearly over the line.
Would your wife?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Mine too.
I think so. Because, I mean, there's that, you're obviously getting connected in a certain way, in this romantic way, and
With lust.
God,
Yeah.
she would
Lusting
kill me.
after.
so, I mean, it's
Oh,
the
my
same.
God, my
so
wife
if you were
would
to do
kill
that in
me.
your heart, then
She
you've
would
done
kill
it.
you.
Oh, my God.
I would not be happy with Tim. I'd be like, okay, you're spending money. You're obviously
Well, it's
getting
just
a lot
our
out of
money.
this sexually, like in your, you know, in your fantasies or whatever. It would make me very uncomfortable. But I don't consider that cheating. No.
Does the amount spent correlate to the severity of the
Yes.
trouble?
$10 versus like 1,000.
Yeah.
Well, I think also the act of like hiding it.
Yeah, hiding it sucks.
The hiding it would be.
Well, that's the root of it,
Right.
right? The root of it is you're doing something nefarious, so to speak,
behind
behind the back of
Right.
the loved one.
Because you know it's wrong.
Yeah, man. Many of the tools are the devil, but lies are always the handle.
What a gray area OnlyFans has become in that way, though. I mean, at least with like porn, which I'm 100% fine with people watching porn. I don't care as long as it's
Scott's
legal and all
right
that
now.
stuff. Like, I don't think that's like some people say that's cheating. I think that's insane.
Well, as far as the OnlyFans thing, so 73% of wives say their husband's OnlyFans habit counts as cheating, and nearly half would consider a divorce over it.
Wow. I mean, I get it if that's
On the Schreier Air text line, somebody just said, I'm dealing with this in my marriage right now. It's definitely cheating adjacent.
yeah, cheating adjacent is a better word
I think
for it.
that is the way to describe
With
it.
that being said, there are three. I have the three top OnlyFans homewreckers.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Any of them
Like,
AI?
The top three. Oh no, I've heard of each one of these ladies.
Okay.
So according to a brand new poll, 2,000 married women have spoken, and they say these three OnlyFans stars are the most likely to wreck a marriage. Number one is Sophie Rain. And we've talked about her before. Sophie Rain, she's 22 years old. She's the quote-unquote good girl who doesn't do nudity, but her flirty chats and lingerie pics have 34% of wives feeling threatened. Her secret is real conversation, remembering names, and making fans feel seen.
I'm not
Remembering
using
names.
an AI to do her chatting for her.
Sophie insists she's not a homewrecker, just an escape emotionally for lonely guys, including one married fan who tipped her $4.7 million in a year.
Good Lord.
That's really nice.
This is Sophie Rain.
That's Sophie Rain.
So she doesn't
Doll.
do any, like, besides the.
She says she's
dirty
a
talking.
virgin and does not send out naked pics, only bikini shots.
Good for her. I mean, making a ton of money
she is
with
the
no
number
nudity.
one. She's according to 2,000 women, the number one OnlyFans homewrecker. Number two, Denise Richards.
Ah, yes.
Denise Richards.
Man, she's been wrecking homes since, what was that movie that she kisses Nev Campbell?
Wild Things.
Yep.
Yeah.
She joined OnlyFans back in 2022, right after her daughter did.
Yeah. Strange.
Strange, right?
Family business.
Strange.
Yes.
She's killing it.
Really? I mean, why?
I know. I feel.
I mean, she's doing like a reality show or something with her kids, and it's like, she's just extra mommed out.
But if you have been in love with Denise Richards since Wild Things, even before that, wasn't she in Starship Troopers also?
Yes, that's what
Yes.
it was, yeah.
She's a babe in those movies.
Yeah.
And she's still a babe.
I don't know.
Now.
Is she doing naked stuff on
Okay,
OnlyFans?
I don't know.
But what are you doing?
But she didn't do that in film, did she?
What are you doing?
She had her cans out in movies.
Yeah, Wild Things, her boobs are out.
It doesn't say what she does on OnlyFans? She can't be doing whatever.
Where is
Sophie
Rafe
Rain
when we
is
need to
doing.
log into OnlyFans? He is our correspondent for OnlyFans.
I just don't understand what she could be doing.
I mean, nudes,
That would top.
but she's the number two OnlyFans homewrecker.
I mean, but that's kind of different. I mean, she's a celebrity first that you loved in movies, and if you had a crush, if you had her poster, your Teen Beat poster of her back in the day, and then now you get to spend money, and Denise Richards will take her top off and say hi to you. That's exciting for some people.
Okay, let's see here. Richards' content on OnlyFans primarily includes photos and videos of herself in bikinis and lingerie. She has stated that she also posts content that is more risque and has mentioned showing her, quote, boobies and tush.
Okay.
The decision to post more revealing content was, in her view, an easy one, as she feels that similar images are already available online.
That's a good point.
She initially joined the platform at a show of support for her daughter, Sammy, who had also created an OnlyFans account. She has noted an unexpected positive impact on her acting career, stating that she has received more job offers for sexy roles since starting her account. Okay, so that's number two. Number three is a woman. I don't really know much about her. I've seen the pictures. Camila Araujo.
Sure.
Araujo. She's a.
UJO is correct.
I like how she has that
Brazilian.
Anho. It's like
Cuban American.
She's Brazilian. She makes $1.5 million a month.
Brazilian.
Golly.
Camila Araujo. Or Arahu.
Oh, holy smokes.
Let me see.
Oh, my Lord.
Holy smokes.
Beautiful woman.
That's a nice looking lady.
Her eyes are so blue. We're all speechless.
We're on air.
Hello. At work.
I got lost in her blue eyes.
I was looking at the boat.
You were looking at the car she was in?
No, the boat. There was
Oh, yeah. Scott was looking at the boat.
Oh, I didn't know.
those two
I
buoys.
didn't see water.
Oh, some wives are nervous, okay?
Yeah, I understand. I mean, somebody brings up a good point on the texter. Would you describe your personal relationship with your spouse as only physical? If not, then how could you see online relationships as not being cheating? It's a great point.
Yeah.
I don't know. If it was somebody I knew, like, I think I would be more upset if Tim were chatting secretly with somebody that, like, we knew personally and it was getting flirty that way. Or, like, boobs were out that, like, obviously.
What if it was
that would be terrible.
It was an ex sending?
Yeah, that would be
News
that's even worse.
to Tim.
But OnlyFans, I'm like, okay, aside from like the OnlyFans celebrities that we have in the town, like the OnlyFans teachers and whatnot, these are women that like you're not gonna meet probably ever. I don't know. It's the same thing as watching pornography. I don't know. It's uncomfortable. The whole thing is uncomfortable.
Paying for it too is odd.
Wasting money.
Yeah.
But then, like, what is that? Like, why do people need that? Why is OnlyFans such a big business for people that are attached to somebody? Like, is your marriage or something lacking sexual
guys
intimacy?
are horny. That's what it is.
You think that's
But
it?
also, they always say that
Good-looking
marriage
girls.
takes a lot of work.
Yo, Denise,
does.
So you have to
Denise
keep
Richards
working on it.
is doing porn. I mean, it's not porn, but it's porn. It's Playboy.
Pornographic.
It's, yeah.
I mean, penetration?
No. It's not, I don't mean active porn. I mean,
She's doing that.
Playboy.
Yeah, she's doing
I mean,
showing
if
boobs.
Playboy is porn, this is
Right.
porn.
Okay. Let's get to some misconnections. All right. Let's hook people up. This one out of O'Fallon, Missouri. Out of the Deerbergs. You laughed at my sad salad, man for woman. To the woman in the produce section around 6 p.m. on Tuesday, you had stunning dark hair and a messy bun that somehow looked perfect. I was in a gray hoodie, staring blankly at the bagged salads, clearly having a moment of culinary despair. You walked by, glanced at my cart, which contained only a frozen pizza and a family-sized bag of gummy bears, looked at my face, and then back at the sad-looking kale mix in my hand. You gave me this incredible, knowing smile and said, "Don't do it. You deserve better." Your laugh was amazing. I was so caught off guard. I think I just mumbled something about my New Year's resolution. I should have asked for your name or at least what you'd recommend. Instead, your cart looked like your cart looked a lot more interesting than mine. If you see this, tell me what I should have bought, and maybe we could cook it together sometime.
Whoa.
That's at the Deerbergs in O'Fallon, Missouri.
Okay.
But what'd she say to him?
You deserve better.
Don't do it. You deserve better.
I bet she saw his eyes and was like, "Don't ask me out. You deserve better."
This one from the Town and Country Whole Foods.
Oh, yes.
Oh, boy.
Here we go.
Woman for man. Woman for man. This is a long shot, but on Sunday afternoon, we were both in the wine aisle at Whole Foods. You were holding two different bottles of Malbec, looking at them like they held the secrets to the universe. You were tall, in a sharp navy blue jacket, and you have a smile that could cause a traffic jam.
Wow.
I was in the yoga pants, messy ponytail, trying to reach a bottle of Sauvignon Blanc on the top shelf. You noticed my struggle and without a word grabbed it for me. You handed it over and said, "Good choice," with a low voice that made the whole aisle feel warmer. We held eye contact for a second too long, and it felt like we had a whole conversation without saying anything else. I was flustered and just said thanks before practically fleeing. I regret not staying. If you see this, tell me what you decided on, and maybe you could pour a glass for me.
All right.
I like how everyone always wants the other person to do work for him. Like, the other one wanted to cook for him. This one wants him to pour a glass.
How about this one from Collinsville? World's largest ketchup bottle. You are the tall drink of water.
This one better happen. Come on.
Tall drink of water.
Saturday afternoon, you and I were the only two people taking pictures of the giant ketchup bottle. You were in a Cardinals hat and a well-worn T-shirt leaning against your truck.
You haven't said anything under 55 years old yet.
tall drink of water. Is that what
Right.
kids are saying?
I mean, every single thing we're getting a very detailed depiction of these people right now without the actual details.
I was the one in the sundress who almost tripped over nothing while trying to get the perfect angle. You chuckled
Still
and
going.
said, "Careful, it's a long way down."
Still going, dude.
I shot back. I'm just
So
trying
much
to
game.
capture its majesty. You smirked and replied, "There's a lot of that going around today."
What?
Whoa!
Who's hanging out at this ketchup bottle?
I don't know.
Dude,
Hey, we
old
need to catch
people.
up
I didn't even
sometime.
know if it was something that you
Old
that you
people
go up
pick up
to.
lines.
Are you sure this isn't like a ghost, like an old-timey ghost that's just hanging out?
Yeah, man. These are
Your
two
comment
Civil
made me
War
blush
vets
from head to
talking.
toe. I wanted to keep the banter going, but my friends called me back to the car. I gave you one last look, and you tipped your hat.
And when
Oh
I
my
looked
God.
away and looked back, you were gone.
I've been kicking myself ever since for not accidentally leaving my number on your windshield.
Aw.
So I hope
Man.
those two get together.
Yeah, man.
She has that hindsight.
Oh,
Ah,
nice.
yes, very good.
Old people need loving too.
This one from Belleville. Belleville art on the square. Our hands brushed at the pottery tent. Man for woman. During art on the square this weekend. When is that?
Art on the square.
Art on the square.
This is Belleville.
Belleville.
I want to go see art.
It auto-filled. Looks like, let's see, I'm going to the website now. Okay, it has the hours May 16th through 18th.
Okay.
So this is just a couple weeks ago.
During art on the square this weekend, you and I were both admiring the same collection of ceramic mugs in one of the tents.
Hell
You
yeah.
were wearing a beautiful green dress, and you had a captivating artistic energy about you. We both reached for the same deep blue mug at the same time, and our hands touched. It was one of those silly movie-like moments. You pulled back quickly, apologizing, but your eyes were sparkling. And I said something clever like, "Great minds," and you actually laughed. I bought the mug you were holding, hoping it was a sign. I spent the next hour circling the square, hoping to run into you again, but no luck. If you're the woman who made a simple coffee mug feel like a winning lottery ticket, I'd love to buy you a coffee to put in it.
That's cool.
Oh, that's lovely.
Tell me what color your second choice mug was so I know it's you.
She's not going to remember that. The second choice mug?
Yeah.
The hell?
This is an important
Wait, this was
moment.
in May?
Yeah,
She's
May
like,
16th.
I have cognitive decline.
Mug.
You know what? I like the red one. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's
It
long
looked fun
gone.
with coffee in it.
I love how some people think these little moments are somehow these big moments. Like, oh my God, our hands touched.
Yeah.
I know.
You probably touched like a germaphobe who's now like, I gotta go wash my hands right now.
Yeah.
Hey, man, chemistry.
I had a thing the other day at Schnucks where I was like, oh no, because I was in the banana aisle in the
Yeah.
produce. You know how I roll.
We're a banana
aisle
show.
is awesome.
And Tim was somewhere. I don't know what was going on. And I went to go, because Tim is very particular about the bananas I pick out because he doesn't want them too big. You know, he wants them like normal size.
He doesn't, want,
Intimidating.
he doesn't want you staring at the kitchen table
Yeah,
too long.
you know what's up. And so I'm looking for the banana hand that's in the right, size, stature.
How's this? Does Tim accept
That's too
this?
big.
This
No,
is too big?
Dude,
Well,
that's
anyway.
too big.
Oh, well.
So
Says
there was
a
a
lot.
man at the bananas, and I'm just minding my own damn business, looking for a certain type of banana. And I was taking a minute because I was looking at all of them, and I picked one out, and this guy goes, "Hey, you didn't want this one, did you?" And he like had some in his hand, and I was like, "No, like get away from me."
Oh my God. That's
What a weird thing to say.
And I
store
thought,
was this
am I
at?
gonna? This is Schnucks. I go, am I gonna end up in one of these ads like,
Yeah.
"Hey, we were gawking at big nanners together."
Manchester Schnooks.
No way, dude. Shut up.
No, this next one is from the Kirkwood
You were
train
eyeing
station.
my bananas.
Kirkwood
You like
train
me bunches.
station. Woman for man.
All right.
You were on the platform at the Kirkwood station Monday morning waiting for the eastbound train. I was sitting on one of the benches just drinking my coffee. You were dressed impeccably for a chilly morning. But it was your gray scarf and the intense way you were reading your book that caught my eye. The train arrived, and as you walked to board, you looked up and our eyes met. It was a powerful, fleeting moment. It felt like you were about to say something, or maybe I was. But then the doors closed, and the train pulled away. I know this is crazy, but that single look has stayed with me all day. It felt like a scene from an old movie, the kind where the guy is supposed to get off at the next stop and run back. If by some miracle you see this, I'd love to know how your book ends.
Ooh, I thought you say.
Nice.
Can't stop thinking about that caboose.
I like that he
Yeah,
says
no.
impeccably dressed.
Yeah. I mean,
Very
that
good.
was a well-written.
So was he-
impeccably dressed in Kirkwood?
I know somebody
Was
needs
this like
to
an old hobo standing next to the train,
hobo
Hobo.
with a little sack on a stick.
burning something in a metal trash can?
with
It
a
looked
scarf and a book.
Yeah. I hope
like- No,
we all-
I'm saying the guy is a hobo looking
Oh,
at
I
this beautiful
see.
lady going on a train ride.
Oh, this was a gal?
woman for man.
I've
okay.
got it
Yeah,
backwards.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Woman
That's how
for
I read
man.
it too. Yeah, right. Wow. Kirkwood train station. Where was she going if she wasn't
no
getting
idea.
that train?
I have no idea.
Well, I mean, the train's just coming just back to back.
Maybe she was the hobo.
Maybe.
I don't know.
That could happen.
I don't know.
Why are you on the platform if you're not getting on the train that just came by?
We'll
Get
take a
out of
break.
here.
We'll come back. Moon's got your sports. And it was the anniversary over the weekend of probably my favorite ever Mike Shannon call.
The New York.
No. It was actually like an actual like.
One small step for man.
It was actually a great call. And I remember hearing this is back from 2003, like on the radio. And it that call stuck with me. And it was the anniversary of it. And I'll play you the piece of audio.
Can't wait.
It was Mike Shannon and Albert. It happened July 4th, 2003. I remember hearing this on the radio. I was new to St. Louis. I had KMOX on, was listening to the Cardinals game. It was the Cardinals and Cubs playing.
Dang.
And it stopped me in my tracks.
That's not good.
No, in a good way.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to see this.
In a good way. I mean, is this the greatest call of his career? All right, here it is. This is from July 4th, 2003. Mike Shannon, Albert Pujols at the plate.
And Albert Pujols is knocked down. He doesn't even look at the mound. He darn near injured himself as he had to avoid that pitch. He takes his helmet off, walks back into the batter's box, sets himself, and I would not love to see number 25 off of Albert's bat go into the street. The pitch. Swing and hello, 4th of July. Take a ride on that knockdown pitch, big boy. Kerry Wood knocked him down, and now Albert looks at him as he goes around first. He gives him a glare. Say, take a little whiff of that, big boy. And now Kerry Wood takes a look at Albert as he touches them all. Give it to him, big boy. Give it to him. That's how you play baseball. That's when you're a professional like Albert is. You don't glare out there. You don't throw your bat. You don't charge the mound. You just take the next pitch and you hit it into the seats.
Oddly sexual.
Seats.
Oddly sexual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Three
Big
big
boy.
boys. I mean,
Three
it sounded
big
like it
boys.
was straight out of 1971.
Three big boys.
Oh, that is awesome.
That's a great call, isn't
Big
it?
boy.
Yeah.
Big boy.
Wow.
Big boy. No, swing. Big boy.
Something first
It
base.
stopped me in my tracks. I was like, what is going on
Like,
here?
this is
Your
St. Louis,
home.
My
This
God.
is a unique
I'm
place
home.
I've moved to.
But how soothing is his voice? He had one of the best baseball voices.
Absolutely.
Yeah, nostalgia for sure.
Absolutely. Again, oddly sexual. I don't know.
Hey.
Right, big boy?
It did make the way he spoke made you pay attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To try to kind of figure out what he was saying, but at the same time, like the byproduct was I was paying more attention to the baseball because I was trying to pay attention to what the heck was about to come out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Right.
That's where you got to. Today's a good day to visit shannonisms.com.
Do it.
That's a real site.
Oh, yeah. Because
Do it.
you can go there and, like, right now there's a famous quote of his: a leadoff home run from John Nogowski with 2 outs. So he does a lot of these kind of.
The website.
That foul
website.
tip bounced up and caught him right in the groins.
The website starts with quote 57. The United States is the greatest. I'm sorry. The United States is the greatest country in America.
That's our Mike Shannon. All right.
Some guys can wake up in the morning and be able to bunt. Other guys are like playing pinochle with 2 decks.
Swing and a miss. He struck him off.
No. All right, we got about a minute for sports. Moon, what do you got?
Wonderful. Sports is brought to you by DraftKings at Casino Queen. Play, stay, and dine. Visit DraftKings at CasinoQueen.com for special promotions.
All right, big boy.
Well, speaking of the Cardinals and their worst loss of the season, the Cardinals were crushed by the Cubs 11-0 on national TV, ending a brutal series that began with them giving up a club record 8 home runs. Starter Eric Fedde didn't escape the second inning, continuing his struggles as the Cards pitching unraveled early, trailing by 10 before getting a second out in the fourth. Shutout for the fourth time in 6 games, now 6.5 games behind or back in the division. St. Louis missed a major opportunity to shift momentum instead of left Chicago with more questions than answers.
Yeah.
What a bummer.
And to ESPN's cameras, did you guys watch the game?
I did not
think
see it
everybody
yesterday.
was like just shaking. They had the worst camera play last night.
Really?
Not a great broadcast, but
It was a primetime game, too.
Yeah, not their best.
Well, speaking of our best, Brendan Donovan was named the Cardinals' lone All-Star, voted in as a backup second baseman after a stellar, versatile first half. Praise for his consistency and his work ethic. Donovan leads the team in doubles and WAR. It's his first All-Star nod and only the second for a Cardinals second baseman since 1985. The U.S. men's national soccer team fell to Mexico 2-1 in the 2025 CONCACAF Gold Cup final at a packed NRG Stadium in Houston, claiming Mexico's 10th title. Biggest controversy came earlier when U.S. coach Mauricio Pochettino strongly criticized the officiating, and he's got a point, arguing that the Americans were denied a clear penalty for a handball that was not called, despite video evidence that Chris Richard echoed in that sentiment, bluntly summarizing, quote, "That's CONCACAF for you. They hate us." Despite the disappointment, Pochettino stressed that the tournament was important preparation ahead of 26 World Cup coming up, praising the attitude and growth of the squad amid absences of several key players. I don't even want to talk about St. Louis City SC because they blew it again. Defense lapse, just garbage. Lost 3-2 to Real Salt Lake. I'm Moon and Extra Sports because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
All right, that is it for us. Appreciate y'all tuning in. If you missed anything, the clip of the day brought to you by Michaels. Also, the podcast brought to you by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. Today's podcast is titled...
He looks like a pile of clay.
Okay. All right, what else?
August 8th, Can You Feel the Punk Tonight? Chesterfield Amphitheater. This thing is going to be so much fun. Started putting together some new songs. We're adding probably 4 or 5. So we, like to change the sets. Pretty similar to like how El Monstero does their summer shows and all this. This is our first summer show. August 8th, Chesterfield Amphitheater, outdoor. Can You Feel the Punk Tonight? All things Disney, rock and roll, punk, ska. It's so much fun. Please bring the family.
Learn.
You can just follow me on the socials. I went to a really cool place in Carthage, Missouri this past weekend, and I want you to know about it. So at Lern versus Radio. Thanks.
Scott.
I now am a photographer, and I took a picture over the weekend, and it performed terribly on Instagram. So if you want to see it, it's King Scott Rules, and I mean, trust me, it has like 2 likes. It's really impressive. King Scott Rules.
Is it your bunny?
Smash that
No,
like
it's a
button.
bird on a wire.
It is a
It's really
bird.
cool.
Like Mel Gibson.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, we'll leave you with a selection from our teamers. Remember the day brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar, really official sports bar of the Rizz Show. Check out their brand new stacked menu at hotshotsnet.com. From Wentzville, Megan Girardi.
Yeah,
is
Megan.
our teamers. Every day,